Good morning, everybody. Happy Thursday and welcome to another ear-to-ear magic live stream. Glad to have you join us here today live from the Walt Disney World Resort. Today, spending time with you guys on the Magic Crew here at Disney's Animal Kingdom theme park. Welcome, welcome. Beautiful day. Bright blue skies. Got the camera turned around because coming in and walking in, trams aren't running yet, which is fine because I walk in anyway. The sun is hot and beating heavy on my back. So this is, if I had the camera turned around, look at that sunshine. It's there. So glad you guys could join us for a little bit of fresh squeeze Florida sunshine today. Wherever you're watching from, glad you could join us here today. Whether it's live or if we're in replay, glad to have you be a part of our weekday streams here from the Walt Disney World and Orlando Resort as well. So you guys, thank you for popping in, jumping into the chat. If this is the first time you've ever joined us here at Ear to Ear Magic, my name's Chris. I'm your Disney travel agent in the parks. My wife Susan is in the chat. We are Ear to Ear Magic, and we stream from the parks here every single Monday through Friday. So if you're ever looking for a little bit of fun, a little bit of information. Oh look, we got our tram, first tram coming out. Come and join us every Monday through Friday. Everybody wave to the first tram of the day. Choo choo. Yeah, that too.
Hello, folks. Please be behind the gray poles and on the tram lane, folks. You do not walk in the tram lane.
Yeah, don't walk in front of the tram. You'll lose. So, glad you guys again could be a part. If this is the first time you've ever come in, we'd like you to be a part of our channel moving here forward as we grow our community and spend time in what we consider to be a family-friendly, positive, and upbeat live stream and just content from the parks. And so today, before you walk away, make sure to hit that subscribe button. We are about, well, let's see, 300 Magic Crew members away from hitting 21,000. So today, if you're coming in, hit the subscribe button. Magic Crew members, hit that thumbs up for me today. And let's jump into the chat and have some fun. So we're going to be going through security here very soon. One of the rules that Disney has, and we follow it to a T, is that we do not share video or footage from security. So I will be pausing the video as we come in here. You guys can continue the chat. And then looks like we'll have a Christmas tree to look at. So one more time. All right. So yes, I've got to take, I keep an umbrella in my bag. It is a reflective umbrella, and it will always set off security if it's inside my bag. So I take my umbrella out. Any large battery packs I take out, and water bottles, especially if they're metallic. Good, thank you. So, my little reflective umbrella, it's small, it's compact. It's probably one of the best things I keep in my backpack. It is, the brand I've gotten is the G4 Free. This right here is great for keeping the sun off when it's really, really hot, keeping the rain off when it's really, really wet. And if you guys have never considered using a reflective umbrella, it has really changed the way I do things, especially during the really hot springtime and summer months. If that's something you guys would be interested in checking out and looking at, feel free to do so. We have a link in the description of our videos for that. But make sure to take it out of your bag. It will set off the security scanners every single time. It's just what it does. All right, so the park just opened this morning at 9 a.m. Lines to get in are extremely long. I'm going to walk up to the front in anticipation and hopes that the annual pass holder line is open. If not, we'll be walking back here to get back in to one of the longer lines. So, I want you guys, I think it's important for you guys to see this. It's 9:20. 9:20. The park's been open for 20 minutes. And they are still not getting people through the turnstiles. And there is no annual pass holder line. So everyone is waiting. So going back to the back to the line. I don't know what has changed as of late and why it's taking them so long and why is it so difficult to get everybody through. But it's crazy, isn't it? Good morning, Pam. Welcome in. Good morning, Skipper Dad. Welcome to the stream. Matter of fact, everybody in the chat, everybody's saying welcome in to Skipper Dad. Skipper Dad hit the subscribe button today. Welcome to the Magic Crew, Skipper Dad. Glad to have you in. Jen and Chase will still be in the Disney bed at 9:20. Well, by the time Jen and Chase get to the parks, hopefully they will have gotten this line through already. So, good morning, welcome in. Act somewhere silly. Hello, Jordan. How you doing? www Explore and Chill. We don't actually have a moving line. I'm going to go toward the middle because I'm not feeling very comfortable with what's going on here. So, our Christmas tree is still up. Christmas decorations are still around, and our Christmas music is still playing. So, happy Hanukkah, everybody. Merry Kwanzaa. Devon Borland, welcome in. Good morning and welcome to Disney's Animal Kingdom. Now, I want it noted by everybody in the chat that yesterday's visit to Hollywood Studios was holiday free. All the decorations were gone from Hollywood Studios yesterday. Good morning, Teresa. Good morning to you. We're all in our places with smiles on our faces. I don't even think that's the right song, but that's what I'm going to give it. Good morning, Jim. How you doing? Welcome into the chat, everybody. Welcome, Teresa. Good morning, Special Eddie. And guys, can I just say a real quick shout out and thank you to TLP, because look which band I am using to scan in this morning. We're going to scan it on in with a brand new Magic Band Plus. Thanks to an amazing super chat yesterday. There we go. Oh, Hannah! We're in. Oh yeah, went much faster when I went into the middle than on the side. So there's just something to take in consideration. Sometimes it's better just to dive right on into the middle of the pond. So good morning, Megan. Good to see you. Good morning, David D. Loves Disney. Isn't that a nice band, Pam? So we saw it yesterday. I've been looking for it. It's a new band. It just showed up about a week ago. This is the first time I actually have seen it and searching for it across the parks and World of Disney at Disney Springs. And you guys are like, get it, get it, get it. I'm like, yeah, well, I still had another Magic Band Plus, but the band has broken right there at the spot where you tear it off to make it for a kids band. It's only a matter of time before that's going to completely snap and I will lose the band. So pretty much was just, I needed to go ahead and get another band anyway. So thank you so much again, TLP.
Remember, because I was all upset because I really wanted to go on it, and then we got off the ride.
Good morning, Vanessa.
And then we went to Safari, and then we got off the ride.
So Owen has asked that he be included in tomorrow's stream. We're going to be tomorrow at Epcot for the first day of the Epcot Festival of the Arts. And he definitely wants to be a part of that. We're trying to not burn him out on too many streams. Trying to give him a little break in between. I'm kind of used to this. I do this 30 hours plus a week. And we go fast. We keep going. And the last thing I want to do is burn him out. So we're going to let him take a break today. Jurgen, thank you so much. Welcome in. Happy Thursday. By the way, I love your name in green. Looking good, looking good. Did that Magic Band cost $6.26? On some. It was $44.99 before discounts. But that would be good if it was, wouldn't it? All right, so guys, let me, we're gonna catch back up to chat and get you guys settled in. It's gonna be a little hectic this first few minutes as we come in. Thank you, Disney Lisa. Good morning, good morning. And I'd like to say, welcome to our newest Magic Crew cast. That's what we call our program here on YouTube. That gets you an exclusive name badge. Turns your name to green in the chat, and you get use of exclusive emoji. That's found at the top of the chat box if you are part of our Magic Crew cast. So thank you so much, Jurgen. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. If I'm not, please just let me know. I have the luxury of having the most bland name out there that everybody knows how to pronounce. Chris Edwards is like second to John Smith. So I have that luxury of having that. But if I mispronounce your name, please let me know, guys. Good morning, Mari. How are you? And going to be at Universal Saturday and Sunday. You might be back over there at Universal as well. I'm not really 100% sure just yet. And guys, today's stream, let me go ahead and let you guys know. Today's stream will be a truncated stream. That's our word for today, truncated. It's going to be a little shorter. And we are only going to be streaming for about 3 hours today. Susan and I both have a doctor's appointment this afternoon. And for that reason, we are only going to be going right up until just afternoon. So, but we'll be back for probably a pretty busy day tomorrow at Epcot. Welcome in, Solly Willow. Glad to have you in. Good morning, Carol. I don't know about deserving it, but I do appreciate it. Greatly appreciate it. I was setting it up last night, checking it out, It looks nice. Jim's real name is John Doe. At least that's what the feds say, right? Look at the masses heading toward Kilimanjaro Safaris. So guys, because we have a shorter stream today, I am going to head on over to some walking trails so we can see some animals. I don't expect that we're going to go on safari today. It's an hour wait right now to get on safari, which will be a third of our live stream just waiting in queue. So actually, you know what? It just updated. It says 20. Well, if it's 20, that's not too bad. I was kind of upset that we couldn't do it if it's 55, but 20 we can do. We'll check and see if it really is 20 minutes. And if it is 20 minutes. I say let's do it. Let's make it happen. The app updated. When I first opened it up, it said 55. Which was not gonna cut it. So still says 20. Let's make it. Look at that sunshine. Ooh, it's bright.
Oh.
All right. We'll do it for 20. Alex, I'll take Kilimanjaro Safari for 20. Good afternoon, Eugene. Eugene, it's like 2 o'clock over in the UK right now. Hope you've had a great morning already. You got started on it before we did. Are we gonna have Genie Plus for tomorrow? I doubt it for 2 reasons, Mackenzie. First of all, we rarely, if ever, use Genie Plus at Epcot. For us, it just doesn't make as much sense, just personally, to use Genie Plus for Epcot. So many of the things we use and ride don't really require Genie Plus. It's not as good use of funds for that. Second, tomorrow's going to be the first day of our festival. So, I don't want this to sound bad at all, but if you watch our live streams only for the rides, tomorrow's not going to be your favorite day. Because tomorrow, we're going to be focused on a lot of the brand new merch for Festival of Arts. There's going to be a lot of activities. There's going to be artists. We're going to be looking at a lot of artwork. We're going to be looking and experiencing a lot of new foods. So, not going to be a lot of attractions and rides tomorrow, Mackenzie. Welcome in, Surf Girl 326. Oh, that's funny, Carol. Disney fans, we find our Mickeys. We find them when we need them. Good morning, Surfer Girl. How you doing today? Good morning, Jeremy. Welcome in, Josh. Let's talk about some of our get some of the business out of the way for today. First of all, let's talk about our Genie Plus for today. It's also one of the ways we kind of determine what and how things feel for the parks. And it did not upload, so give me a second. Always something. So for today, January 12th, our Genie Plus is at $17, which just means it's not the 15, it's not the lowest, but still a pretty good number to be low at. Usually, as like I said, is an indicator that our wait times and our crowd levels should be a little lower than normal. So that's a good thing. And if you guys are coming or going to be here at Disney today or the next 5 days, let's look at our weather outlook. today is going to be a high of 80 degrees. Great warm day here in the parks. Full sun, no rain. So my umbrella, if I use it at all, is going to be purely to keep the sun and produce some shade for us. So high of 80 today. Tomorrow morning, we're expecting rain first thing of the day. 70% chance of rain last time I checked. Bringing in a little bit of a cold front. So it's going to be a little bit wet first thing in the morning. As we get into the festival later on in the day, it's going to clear back up. And our temperatures are going to drop. High of 66 tomorrow with a low of 38 Friday night, which is insanely crazy here for Florida. Saturday, high of 54, low of 36. And it's picking back up for next Monday to be back up into the 70s. Good morning, Scott. Welcome in, welcome in. What? It's gonna be a little chilly, Colleen. Bring a jacket. Ooh, and then it was just Cheerios. Good morning, Jeff. Welcome in. Seth neighbor. Good morning, good morning. Mackenzie says, looking forward to Festival of the Arts starting tomorrow. This is the one festival I won't be seeing this year, so I can't wait to see the reviews from both you and Owen. Owen's really excited about the food. Owen also has the artist streak in him, and I think he's excited to see some of the Disney art as well. Good morning, Orlando. Susie's like watching from the gym. Getting those sweats on. Awesome. Well, anything we can do to help you get ready for your trip in November, let us know. Good morning, CM Nowhere Man. How you doing? Paula, good morning and welcome in. We're here at Disney's Animal Kingdom this morning, and today we're going to start off with, some aminals over here at the Kilimanjaro Safari. I didn't think we were going to get to go because oftentimes if you don't rope drop safari, it turns into a really, really long line, guys. And as I was walking through here, I saw a ton of people walking this way. Opened up my Disney Experience app, looked at the wait times, and it said 55 minutes. And I thought, well, we're just going to have to come back later because I'm not going to make you guys wait an hour. But then it just all of a sudden updated, turned to 20. I'm like, I'll go with that. So I'm going to go see some animals. So we'll start off with Kilimanjaro Safaris. Today is going to be our last day, at least for this period, where we're going to be doing a gluten-free dining on all of our options. So today, Susan will probably throw in a lunch poll or snack poll. We'll see. I'll leave it up to her, as always, determining what we're going to have, either a snack or a lunch for today. We will probably grab that around 11 o'clock this morning, since we're only going to be streaming till about noon. I do have a doctor's appointment right after lunch today, so does Susan. So we've got some doctor's things to get done this afternoon, so a little bit shorter. So once that poll comes up, you guys jump in, and as a group, let me know what I'm going to be having. But it's a surprise, so just keep it a secret in the chat. And guys, if you could do me a huge favor, one of the best, easiest, fastest, and cheapest way to support us here on YouTube is a simple thing. Is put in your thumb up. Now, that little yellow icon of the thumbs up, the more we get while we're doing a live stream, the more YouTube will take notice of our stream. And if they like what they see, they'll find some more friends to help join us and make our party a little larger on the dance floor. So if you guys are coming in today, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. The more likes we get, the faster we get it. You're going to see brand new faces pop in, like Skipper Dad this morning, that YouTube says, hey, come on over and have some fun with us. And you never know. They may realize that this is the perfect group for them to hang out with. They're looking for that family-friendly channel that comes out on a regular basis consistently. And they don't have to worry about complaining and negativity and anything else. So Good morning, Explorer Jen. Oh, I forgot to turn off my Disney Wi-Fi. There we go. I forgot to turn off Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi never helps me.
So we hope this relationship will be going for many years to come.
Oh, Orlando's getting ready mentally for their trip as well. We had to wait almost 2.5 years for Orlando to make their first trip since becoming part of our community, and now we get to see them again not too long after our group cruise. So I'm excited to see you guys. Think about what kind of customized non-alcoholic drinks with fruit on it we can have this time. Jeff says this is going to be our first time this year at the Festival of the Arts, but I think my favorite time is food and wine. It's a completely different feel, Jeff, when not only do they have the food, but there is culinary arts, there is, you know, the media arts, I guess you can say, and then there's the performing arts. So it's got a whole different feel to it. Some of my favorite things to do, though, is just to walk around and look at all the artwork. And the cool thing is that they're by tents with the artist. So oftentimes, if you fall in love with something you see, you can go back, if they're not there at the moment, find a schedule, meet the artist who created it, and they can actually sign it for you. So it's kind of a cool option. I do too. Love to see the animals. Good morning, Mike B. Everybody say good morning to Mike B. Guys, we have some amazing moderators here on our channel. They have to put up with me, and I give them nothing in return. And they volunteer their time, so thank you to all of our moderators.
In order to keep your wait time to a minimum, we ask that you please keep your group together, keep up with the party in front of you, and fill in all the available space. It is not necessary to form a single file line. If you are traveling with a stroller, please have children and valuables unloaded before you reach our stroller parking area. If you are traveling with someone in a scooter or wheelchair,
there's a tortoise out there somewhere. Oh, there he is. It's on the far side.
This will help keep your wait time to a minimum. Once again, please keep your group together, keep up with the party in front of you, and fill in all the available space. Thank you for touring with Kilimanjaro. When it comes to safaris, we go wild.
Good morning, Nicole. Are you watching with your little patient today? Well, if I can give a shout out or say a personal hello to anybody that's feeling under the weather, I'm always happy to do so. Corinne, is it your birthday? Feliz cumpleaños! Happy birthday! Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Good morning, Corinne, and happy birthday. Thank you, guys. When you guys spend your birthday, even if it's just a little bit of time, I'm always honored by that. Good morning, Melanie. Welcome in. Poison Apple. Good morning. Good morning. Surfer Girl says 35 days, so I'm in Disney. Sweet. Almost. Just let's see. I'm thinking, doing the math. Are you going to be coming in? You're going to be coming in right about the time, maybe for the Princess. Princess races are going to be third week of February. So, anybody in here going to be running the Princess races for Run Disney? Good morning, Coda 57. Welcome in. Good to see you, Brianna. 19 days. You're going to be in single digits in no time. Jurgen says I've been at the Arts Festival twice. It's really cool. Love it. Well, you can come with us anytime you want to. We're going to be heading to the Festival of the Arts at least 5 or 6 times before it's over. Trying some food, showing you the artwork. Stargirl says, we're in line with you. Sweet. If you see me before or after, come over and say hello, Stargirl. Love for you guys to get a chance to say hello to everybody else in the chat.
Once again, have a wonderful safari. And as we say here in Malande, Karibuni,
Well, we'll try to make it as much like you're hanging out with us really there as possible, Christine. Good morning, by the way. Oh, TLP 2022. I want everybody to know I felt terrible not noticing because TLP at the end of yesterday's stream donated a PayPal specifically so that I could replace my broken band. My other stitch band had torn, and it was only a matter of time before it fell off, and I'm not going to be able to use it anymore. Not like the old pucks. You can't untake the puck out and use it in a different way. And we saw this brand new stitch one. It is a brand new band, and TLP says, sent a PayPal over and said, go get that band. And I didn't see it until I signed off yesterday. And the funny thing was I was on Hollywood Boulevard. When I always go back and read the chat, like the last 5 minutes of chat, to make sure I didn't miss anything after I've signed off. And I'm like, 20 of you guys like said, TLP sent something, go check your PayPal. And I'm like, you guys are shouting and I'm just ignoring you. Only because I couldn't see the screen because of the bright sun on the standing in the middle of the street. So thank you so much, TLP 2022. I love it. Owen thought it was a really great band as well. It's got Stitch all over it. And I want to... if I can get it to... can't get it to light up because I can't tap it. But we'll be sharing that with you guys anytime it lights up now. Welcome in, Mouse Ears and Beers. Good morning, Cherry. Awesome sunsets. Welcome in, Jacob. What festival is my favorite? That's a hard one. Food and wine I liked because of the food. Flower and garden, I love the topiaries and the feel of it all. Festival of the Holidays is just everything holidays. But I don't know, there's something about the Festival of the Arts, especially with the Broadway shows. They have Disney Broadway performers at concerts on the weekends, singing from actual Disney Broadway shows. I don't know, it's a good festival, but it's hard for me to choose one over the other, to be honest. It is so cute, Explorer Jen. I will say I like my other one that broke, but it only had one stitch on it. This one's got many stitches, and it's blue all over. So, hang on, I gotta see if I can get it to light up. Come on, light up! There we go. It's got a special stitch color palette as well. Ain't that cool, Sherry? Good morning, Christine.
Please note that it is divided into two distinct zones. The area with handrails is the loading zone, or zone 1.
So the lunch poll is up, everybody. I can't see it. It's not available for me to see. I don't know what the options are. They are gluten-free. Today's going to be our last day of doing solely 100% gluten-free options in our polls. So vote now. We're going to close it about 10:30, 10:45, so don't miss your chance to vote and let your voice be heard. About 11 o'clock, we'll act on it so that we can close out about 12 o'clock today. So.
But do not attempt to board the vehicle with them. The truck for your safari.
So flower and garden, they used to have a lot more like horticulture, exhibits and stuff like that. They have garden rocks. So they have cover bands who play all season long over in the American pavilions at night.
don't forget to turn off the flash on your camera or phone. Once again, have a wonderful
That's awesome,
safari,
Jeremy.
and as we
I love
say
having
here in
countdowns.
Hawaii, happy morning, welcome
Appreciate it,
aboard.
Robert. Good morning. Good morning. Just like option 3, guys, you got some definite pushing for one way or the other. Megan, good morning. Welcome in. Welcome back in, Terry. Happy Thursday.
Jumbo everyone, we are almost ready to board you on our safari vehicles, and I want
you're
to
gonna
make
love it.
certain I told you about
So
the
much fun at the
loading
Arts.
zones. Before you actually enter
Now, guys, a
the
couple of
loading
things of
area,
housekeeping
please
as we get ready to go on
locate
safari
trash
here.
cans,
First of all,
discard any
while we're on the
unnecessary
safari, I will
objects.
not be having a
If someone in
constant
your party is traveling
chatting with
with
you
a
guys. I will be
limited
asking if I could
funds,
sit on the
please
last row so I can
find
not
like
disturb
this,
people
allowing
in
them
front of
to
me,
lead the
if that can
group
happen.
through the gate at the end of the route.
I may put some chat up. I may
Front.
comment here and there,
As you
but
approach
for the
the
most
loading
part, I
zone,
will not be
please
chatting
note that it is
like I am
divided
now.
into two distinct
You guys can
zones.
continue to chat. The moderators and Susan are still going to be here to chat back and forth and answer your questions. But if you have something specific that you'd like to ask of me, please hold it to the end of the ride. We'll catch you guys at the exit.
As you move out
Second,
into zone 2, please
I will
note the
be
4 circles
bumping
at the
around
end in each
big
row
time.
of the zone.
So it's very difficult for me. I produce my own shows, guys. So
Children may be seated
what I mean by that is anything that shows up on the screen is on me.
Hang on for 1 second, okay?
As the
How many?
group
2?
heads a few
Remember,
blocks
you can actually get on the word, okay?
Okay.
Put that down as well.
So I produce my own shows. What I mean by that is anytime someone pops up on the screen, you can see, boop. I do that. I take it off. I put it on. I take it off. So if things are popping up during the show, our safari, you're going to notice that sometimes some weird things may pop up. It's only because of the fact I am bouncing all around and I can't always hit the touchscreen just right. So if you see a comment go up, go off, go up, go off, go up, go off, it's only because of the fact that it's just bouncing so much. So, but love that you guys could join us here today. If you're having a good time, don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Help us out. The more likes we get, the more it is. We're going to have some new friends come and join us today. And would love for you guys to help us to do that. So hit the thumbs up, jump into the chat, and let's have some fun today. Jordan wants all of them. Jordan's like, let's just get all 3. Or they're 4. I don't know. Good morning, Robert. Welcome in. Good morning, Don. Good to see you. Happy Thursday, Cam Shep. How you doing today? So, can I hold for the back row?
Yeah.
You can put me anywhere.
Okay.
I'll be quiet. Isn't that cool, Leo? That's a cool band.
How many? 3? How many?
Good morning, Cindy. Welcome in. Welcome in, Pickles.
If you want to go ahead and that way,
Perfect.
to number 9, I won't send you over there.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you. We'll come over here. I love that the cast members know that it is my full intention to be less disturbing, not to take away from anybody else's experience. So I always ask to sit on the last row so that my camera is never in anybody's vision. I don't ever want it to be said that ear-to-ear magic kept somebody from seeing a giraffe or an elephant. So we always ask to sit in the last row. It is also the bounciest seat. So it's a hefty price to have to pay, but
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Kilimanjaro Safaris. Before you begin your trip, Jumbo, everyone.
It's a different
And
ride
welcome
every
to
single time,
Kilimanjaro
Colleen.
Safaris. In order to keep your wait time to a minimum, we ask that you please keep your group together, keep up with the party in front of you, and fill in all the available space.
Yes, they're going to have some very exclusive Figment photo pass options for the festival. We'll have to grab some of those photos tomorrow. Looking forward to it. Maybe Owen will jump in with some with me as well.
Please have this person lead your party through the line.
It kind of feels like Friday to me, Cindy. I'm have to keep reminding myself that it's Thursday.
Keep your group together, keep up with the party in front of you, and fill in all the available space. Thank you for touring the Kilimanjaro. When it comes to safaris,
We go wild. Good morning and welcome in, Diane. Morning, Justin. Welcome into the safari. I don't look at it that way, Skipper Dad. It's just I think it's I do streaming to make it possible for people to see what the park is like, and if they're interested that they want to come, then I felt like I've done a good job of just sort of marketing and helping to show how much fun it can be. But if I'm making your day better by showing you the parks, but taking somebody else's experience away, then I'm not doing any good. So there have been lots of bad experiences with streamers, influencers, vloggers, whatever you want to say. And I hope that when someone sees the blue shirt and the white hat, that their impression is a positive one, knowing that I have no intentions of doing anything but sharing without taking away somebody from somebody else's vacation. So I love sitting on the left side. And they have a great cast member who made it possible that looks like I'm not going to be sharing a seat with anybody today. So I'll have the opportunity to slide back and forth and show you guys animals on both sides. Hey, by the way, everybody say good morning and welcome in Skipper Daddy. Hit the subscribe button today. He's part of our magic crew now. Glad to have you in. Again, Skipper Dad, thank you so much for joining today. Here on Kilimanjaro Safaris, we go wild. Good morning, Bubbly Dads. Bubbly Days. This is can kids 2 and under sit on laps on the ride. I've been before, but this is the first time coming up with little ones. They're going to ask, first of all, if you do have little ones, they're going to want them to stay on the inside of the seats. That's going to be, doesn't matter about the laps or stuff like that. They're going to want them to be still. I don't think there's a problem with laps, but they have to be seated the entire time. They can't stand up. And that goes for anybody, even like little toddlers. If your toddler feels like they need to, if they stand up while watching one of the animals, if the driver notices that, they will stop the vehicle. So as long as they're sitting still, lap sitting, I don't think it's a problem as long as they also are toward the center of the vehicle and not hanging over the edge. Good morning, Mandy. Welcome in. Hello, Michelle. Jumbo. Welcome to Disney's Animal Kingdom. Let's go see some aminos. Oh.
Next truck, friends, if you don't recognize them. Next truck behind the yellow line all together.
Good morning, Fred.
Friends,
Welcome in.
inside Rachel's hands on shoes and toes. Doors are going to be sliding on shut. That's on the sun. As we do say here in Harambe, Twunde. That is a Swahili phrase, and it does mean
Let's go! Good morning, out there.
Jumbo, welcome to Harambe Wildlife Reserve. On the journey, we ask you to please stay seated. Keep hands, toes, feet, and legs inside the vehicle at all times. hang tight to your valuables, and if taking photographs, make sure you turn on the very fast shutter speed because we head straight off and into until it's very dark. And if you're not awake, you certainly are now. Oh, the first thing we're going to see out here today. Oh, to your right hand side. Ooh, please don't scream too loud, friends. I might scare away the animals. To your far back right hand side, you'll see the okapi. Okapis are one of the only known living relatives to the giraffes. People thought zebras for many years until they studied them and found their head bone structure is identical. They also have a very similar tongue. In fact, their tongue is actually so long for them, they can lick their eyeballs, nostrils with quite ease and accuracy.
Have you guys licked your own eyeballs today?
And they also stand about 5 feet tall, weighing up to nearly
Good morning,
1,000
Zoe.
pounds.
Good morning, Zoe.
Let's see, there is another creature I see up around the corner here. Let's see if we can get closer to it. It's a saddle-bill stork. It's a rather tall bird. They're 5 feet tall with a wingspan closer to 9 feet long. And they only weigh 17 pounds. They're quite a light little bird. But there's something unique about them. For whenever they mate, they're going to mate for their entire lifetime. And the creatures over here to our left-hand side, just kind of laying in the sunlight. If you look at the legs, though, you'll see the legs are bending backwards. This allows them to sit in the ground so they can stand up and take flight to get away from predators. Now, if you're on town, male or females apart, it's actually the color eyes that can tell this. The females have a very bright yellow eye to them, whereas males have more darker brown eye. And to your top left over there, hiding in the corner, you can see there's a black rhinoceros that's sort of blending into the wall to the right. Now, they're a solitary creature, and they typically are found by themselves, weighing between 1,000 and 3,000 pounds. One of the few times you find two of them even near one another would be like mothers with young ones. Mothers don't separate from the young until they reach their age of maturity. Now from the top hills to your left, you'll see the bongos. They have a nickname being called ghosts of the forest because they can hide really well. Then you have the greater kudus, a cousin of the antelopes, nearly 5 feet tall and has something called acute hearing. It means they can hear really far from the distance. And we are now heading off to the next area, the Safi River. Let's see if I make it over the hill today. Oh. Whoa. Yeah, somewhat okay. Oh, I do see some pink-backed pelicans up here to your right-hand side. They do have the pink feather on the back, so and around the mating season, you'll find the feathers a lot more vibrant in color. A group of them is known as a pod of pelicans, and right next to them you'll have the Nile hippopotamuses sleeping in the sunlight. Now the reason they're actually on the shoreline, because sometimes the waters do get too cold for them, so they lay on the shoreline to warm up their body temperatures. Being on the water, you then get a true sense of what 4,000 to 6,000 pounds look like, because that's how big they actually are. They're also about 5 to 8 feet long sometimes. And when they're gathered together in the water, it's actually called a bloat for them. And it's called this for a very particular reason, because they have the ability to rise and fall beneath the water with great ease due to something called called bloating. That's where they expand and contract their lungs. Now when they do
Now with
submerge
a
themselves
2-year-old
beneath
on
the
your
water,
lap,
they
yeah.
can stay there 8 minutes at one time. And they don't swim per se in the water. They just walk along the bottom of the riverbanks. Oh, I see another large group laying in the sunlight over here to your left. One actually little one right there. See the tiny one? That one is 2 years old. Just barely got around 3,000 pounds, so still growing. And to your top left is a human. Right below it are some Nile crocodiles. Now those are 15 to 20 foot long creatures that weigh around 500 to 1,000 pounds.
The Wild Africa track
Very
over there.
cold-blooded. Days
Behind
like
the scenes
this
tour.
actually enjoy the temperatures a lot. And when they need to adjust and regulate the temperatures, all you gotta do is open their mouths to the top of the roof. Acts like a big old thermometer for them. But we're heading off to the Savannah region.
Hang on.
But your journey is going to have a slight pause on, because further ahead somewhere in the reserve, there's an animal right in the middle of the road. Which happens from time to time, because this is the animal's home, and we just
Where are
visit
the
from time to
seatbelts?
time. Now,
I
there
can't
are
find the
sometimes
seatbelts.
people just come to the road to either stare us down for a few seconds. Sometimes they take a short break in the road, which could be about 15 minutes. But then on the rare blue moon, they actually might fall asleep. And if they do that, that could be a few hours.
Cheers,
Yeah,
James.
there was one day when, what was it? It was a white rhinoceros decided to take a 2.5-hour nap in the middle of the road. So
Oh, 2.5 hour nap.
case, but we'll have to see. But there are people who take care of both the animals.
Welcome in, animals of the kingdom.
And there is a huge team because the reserve is very large. And essentially, you could take all of Magic Kingdom, plop it right in the middle, and you still would have room on the edge. That's just how large.
Good morning, Angela.
It is.
Welcome in.
So the teams do all they can to take care of it and the animals within it. So in situations when animals might be in the road longer than normal, they usually would come and try to lure them away with their favorite food, which works about 75% of the time. But we are now moving again, and it's just going to take us a few minutes to get fully back up to our normal speed. So, but on the way to the savannah, there is 2 areas to it. There's a larger and a smaller area. We are actually heading towards the more larger area called the West, where it's more of a very open, large plains, tree bushes here and there. There is tons of post dogs in the area we're heading up towards. And like I said, it's just going to take us a few minutes to get fully back up to our normal pace.
So Greg, good question. That is actually what they call the Wild Africa Trek. It is a behind-the-scenes tour available for booking here, and it allows you to have some up-close experiences with the hippos, and after you see the hippos, you get to walk one by one over those bridges. Of course, you are attached to zip lines, so you cannot fall. It's all safe, but it's still, for me, I'm scared of heights. It was quite scary because the bridges intentionally have holes in between the planks. So it's quite thrilling, and it's a lot of fun to do. You then have a private lunch in the middle of the savannah. It's all served in tiffins. Great food. And then you get a private Jeep tour where they can stop as often as they want to when you're on the Wild Africa Trek. You don't have to keep going because it's not part of the ride. But if you're interested, when you contact us, just let us know that you would be interested in the Wild Africa Trek, TREK.
Also to study them, study their behaviors, their diets, which animals they get along with the most and which ones help out each other. Because with that knowledge, they're able to then apply it into the wild and actually save species. There's actually been multiple projects built and tested here on the reserve to see how well they would do in the wild, and actually had many great accomplishments. And then later on, when the
we
reserve
are
was
holding
built,
for animals in the pathway up ahead, so
have the reserve
they do not force the animals out of the way. They can coax them with treats, but we are evidently experiencing a giraffic jam
done throughout the years.
up ahead.
There have been births like bongos. There's
he just put it in park.
Hippos, like you saw back there.
Oh, he took it out of
There's
park.
been
Okay, good.
Elephants. There's been giraffes. I'm trying to think of a white rhinoceros, warthogs. There's been so many births because something unique about the animals here in the reserve is that they're on two kinds of lists. They're either nearly extinct in the wild or close to, close to what's known as the endangered list. Which means the endangered list, there's now being lesser than 10,000 of them in the world. And nearly extinct means there's less than 1,000 of them in the world. So with every birth, there was.
So this is where you actually get on. This is the vehicle you ride for the Wild Africa Trek. Once you get to see the crocodiles, they put you on this private Jeep truck, whatever you want to call it. And like I said, they can stop anytime they want to, so it's kind of nice.
There are some animals I see way further off in the distance, but till then, off here to your right-hand side, you'll see the baobab tree. And these are quite magnificent trees. They live to be thousands of years old. No one knows the exact age these trees can live to be. From one they studied for a while, they studied and found it was roughly 3,000 years old, but still in the process of growing even more. So to how they fully
the price of a Wild Africa Trek does vary depending on the time of year. When Susan and I did it, I think I paid $185 for the tour per person. Again, which includes all the private behind the scenes. It includes photos along the way and lunch for the both of us.
In the rainy seasons. Now in Africa, it only happens once to maybe twice a year, not too often. And so when they absorb that, they'll have their leaves out during the rainy seasons. But once rainy season's done, they lose their leaves and just stay alive with the water they retained. Now with this, they actually got two nicknames. The first
That
one
sounds
being the
awesome,
Tree of
Megan. I
Life.
bet
Because with that water stored inside of them, animals can actually.
Would you recommend it?
access
Did you
as
enjoy it?
Come summer seasons, it's hard to find water sources, and the tree can be their water source and helping keep it alive and thriving. You know, like keeping the circle of life in balance, therefore nicknamed Food of Life. But then the second nickname they're also known by is the upside down tree. And you can probably guess where that comes from, because when there is no leaves on them, they look like they're growing upside down, but they're not really. Alright, now we're a little further into the area, so I think that's enough barking about that tree.
He's gonna branch out now.
Oh, I see. You want to give me the silent treatment. That's okay.
The treatment.
If you look off in the distance, though, you'll see two things. There is a Maasai giraffe walking around the area over there. There's also, I can see some Hartman zebras. They are a little further off in the distance. And you can see with my fellow drivers, we will eventually get closer to them. But it will take us just a little bit to get over in that area. But till then, I do mention a Maasai because that is the species. There is multiple species, though scientists really can't agree of how many species giraffes there are in the world. They have said anywhere between 9 up to 16 different species. But what they have agreed is that there is with all the different species, they all have their very unique spot patterns about them. The Maasais have what's actually one of the more easier patterns to spot out, because with them there is no kind of a repetition or any kind of cohesion in their spots. They can be lighter, darker, bigger spots, small spots, like it's all over the place. And so they're quite easy to spot out because of that. But one thing about giraffes they all have in common is that when there's a group of them stationary in one location, it's called a tower of giraffes. Very simply put, because they do tower over us. But then if they're on the move from one location to another, either by themselves or with the group, it's then called a journey of giraffe or giraffes.
Huh.
And called that because they are making a journey to a new location.
So kids, it was actually a very good lunch, and the funny thing was, the thing I remember the most is that it's served with edible flowers. They look pretty, and then you eat them.
A little further down around this corner, so you can actually see what I'm actually talking about a little bit better. If you look through the trees here to your right, you can see them a bit better.
Thank you, Don. Have a great
And
Thursday.
it's called
Thank
a
you for
tower
popping
to the
in.
tower overs.
And
When
thank you for
giraffes
being a
start,
ninja watcher.
They are starting life around 6 feet tall, and for them that's really short. They also only weigh a couple 100 pounds. And finding out, giraffes give birth while standing up, so the little one has a 6-foot dropout into their new life. But then it takes them an hour to know how to fully walk and run, to get used to their long, lengthy legs, to get to the sense of balance and everything about them. Now up here to your right hand side, this creature in the middle over here is the Nankoli cattle. And you can see it has a rather set of large horns. Well, those horns, they look heavy as they are 5 to 6 feet in length. They're not as heavy as they actually are. They inside are about 80% hollowed. Then they have a very unique honeycomb structure which gives it the shape. And they also have their own blood vessels. Right,
Those edible flowers were
all in all,
amazing.
the horns only weigh 5 to maybe 12 pounds max. Sometimes 50 pounds, but that's a rare case. And the horns are the main source how they adjust and regulate their own body temperatures because of the blood vessels. The horns work in a very similar manner of how an AC unit works. Circulates water through the system to cool down, push out cold air. Well, the horns work in a very similar manner. And so internally they can adjust their body temperatures from 15 up to nearly 30 degrees difference, which in the summertime means a lot. I mean, I would personally like my own personal AC unit. I get to walk around with me all day long. It'd be really fun. So then, that is the unique thing about horns. And each horn is unique to each one. No two horns are ever identical. They're always slightly different in their own little ways. And in some parts of the world, they're known as the Watusi cattle.
Watusi.
A name given to them because that was the tribe that first found them and made them to where they're not used for milking or for any other reason you might think of. They actually are a way to show how wealthy a person is. And the most pristine Ankoli is the one that has the most solid color to it and the biggest set of horns. Now if you look over here to your left, you'll see sleeping in the ground right in the sunlight past the cave is the African painted dog. Now hyena, painted dog. How you can tell that? Painted dogs have a long tail, and hyenas don't really have a tail. Because you just roll around on his back. Look at you, he's so cool.
He's not domesticated.
Now they are a very accomplished predator though. They can maintain a running speed of 40 miles per hour for nearly 6.5 miles straight. And when they go to talk to one another, they have this very unique vocalization about them because when they use it, it sounds like a hybrid from a ducky sound is coming out of them. Now in the far back corner here to your left, you'll see the sable antelopes. They have a very short lifespan of only 17, 18 years of age, but very protective of each other. Then the white-bearded wildebeest, a creature that migrates nearly 1,000 miles every single year, so they're constantly moving from one place to another. And then a few more ankles. And you can see now all the different variations of the horns. There's tons of variations when it comes to the horns. And they fully grown, these cows do weigh between 1,200 and 1,400 pounds. Despite that, despite the large horns top of the head, they do have a charging speed of 32 miles per hour. And when they talk to one another, their vocals, it is very similar to like an average cow sound. But the thing that's cool is that they have a much more higher lung capacity, so they're able to bellow their noise further and actually do it at longer tones than average cows can. Now right ahead of us, walking through the trees here, you'll see a Patterson eland. They're the largest of the endless species, also one on the far back hill directly in the sunlight. Sorry, back hill in the sunlight.
Thanks, man.
Elands,
Have a great day.
Fully grown, a male could be around 6 feet tall at 2,000 pounds, and the females are only 5'10", 1,800 pounds. And right in front of us is one of those Messiah giraffes. Oh no, hopefully we don't have a giraffe jam on our hands.
We do have a giraffe jam.
Sorry, that was a tall order. But
Really stuck his neck out on that one.
Respect the animals around here. As you can see, I'm giving it space so it can cross the road, so it doesn't feel encroached or anything. I just want to make it feel comfortable.
That's why Disney Day, we always recommend riding either the first part of the day or the last part of the day. The hottest times of the day, good chance they're not going to be out.
And they're standing anywhere from 15 to 20 feet high. The thing about them is that even though they're very tall, skinny creatures, they never look like this, but they weigh between 4,000 and 7,000 pounds. And the one here to your right-hand side is the youngest of the whole tower. This one is 11 feet tall at 2 years old, so it's still growing. Up here to your right-hand side, there's also Hartman Mountain zebras. So there to your right-hand side, to your left-hand side is
Don't be a zebra.
I was mentioning.
Don't be a
The
zebra.
unique thing about
Don't
an
be
eland
a
is that
zebra.
they have an ability to jump between 4 to 8 feet straight up into the air. Able to accomplish such a feat because they are 95% of a muscled creature. There's very little body fat on those creatures, something I'm very jealous of. But then with the Heart Mountain zebras, a group of them is known as a dazzle. And if you ever want to know what stripes on top of which, the good way you can tell it is by looking at that nose. Now they both have a black nose, so this indicates they both have a black body, and the white stripes are found on top of that. Now, of course, if they had a white nose, then it would have been a white body, black stripes on top of that. But if they were to have a split nose, well then I have absolutely no idea. Yes, I know some things, not all things. Oh, another Messiah giraffe. Now, the thing about them, they do spend 20 hours of the day eating and chewing up to about 70 pounds of food. Please remain sitting, friends, my fourth row. Yes, I have a mirror, I can see you. Now, as you can see, this one is just, the cheeks are very puffy. It's chewing its food constantly. They chew and chew and chew until it's basically a liquid form of food. This way they can swallow it and digest it easier. It takes them a long time because they have a 4-chamber stomach system. So to fully digest their food, it'll take around 400 days. So the more refined they can get it, the easier the process is for them. And then while they spend that time eating, for the longest time, scientists believe they slept for only 30 minutes of the whole day. That's actually not the case anymore. They've come across new studies that have found giraffes have the ability to sleep up to 4 hours a day if they so wish to. They just don't do it all the time because the thing about giraffes is that they're always on the defensive. They always want to make sure they're alerted, that they're aware of their surroundings, so they never want to sleep too long. The longest one they'll sleep in one place is about 5 to 15 minutes at the most. But typically their most average time of sleeping is 15 seconds to 30 seconds. Really not that long. And about 90% of the time they are sleeping standing up. But they do have the ability to lay down, and they usually will do it when their legs have gotten too tired. They'll lay down and sleep for about 5 to 10 minutes at the most, but they really are not down that long. And it takes them about a minute and a half to sit all the way down. But funny enough, it only takes them 1.5 seconds to stand back up.
Good morning, Sam. Welcome in.
And to your left hand side, you'll see the mandrills walking through the tree over
Oh,
here.
the mandrills are out today. Sweet.
Now, mandrills are the largest monkeys in the wild, and a full-grown male could be at roughly 4 feet tall at 100 pounds, while females are only at 3.5 feet tall and closer to 80 pounds. But a group of them is known as a troop. They are usually led by the strongest of males. Now, if there's two ever opposing males, they will wrestle until one submits to the other one. Kind of like how siblings wrestle until one yells uncle. Now, if you didn't catch a glimpse of it, look off here to your right hand side, you'll see the African elephant showing off its good side, the backside view. Look at that big old tail too. Now, African elephants are very easily identifiable because they have those very large noticeable ears about them. But it's just one of 3 different ways. If one were to study the ears long enough, you eventually would find the shape or outline of their homes within their ears. The third way is quite the easiest way of all, as you would be in Africa. But we're going to continue on, friends, see what else we might be able to find out here today. We just now got across over this old bridge that's been around since 1971 and it's gone through quite a bit throughout the years. They've used things like cables and ropes to hold it together, but this year around they wanted to try to see how well duct tape would work out. What's in your noise? This one day.
Whoa! We're going.
You know, it's funny when I hear screams and I go exactly 6 miles per hour. But right through, sorry, to your left and right hand side, what we're passing through right now is red clay. Look here to your right, those are tusk marks. Because African elephant is just one of the many creatures that would eat this red clay for the vitamins and nutrients that's stored inside of it. For them eating it, it's kind of like they're having their Flintstone vitamin for the day. The rest of the day, they'll have quite a variety of a diet, African elephants. They eat all kinds of different fruits and vegetables and peanuts, grass, trees, bushes, like nearly 300 pounds worth of food they'll eat in a day's time. And they also drink a lot of water on top of that, closer to 45 gallons worth. There actually is one a little further up over here. Now, when African elephants are gathered together in a certain location, this is known as a memory of elephants. It's actually called that because they'll never stand in the exact same position twice. So it's a memory of them being here in this exact moment. And they're quite large creatures, though funny enough, when they started life, they only were 2 feet tall at 300 pounds. Give them 20 years, because it takes them that long to be considered a full-grown adult. They then stand between 5 to 8 feet tall and weighing roughly around 14,000 pounds. And they have a long lifespan. On average, they live roughly around 45 years, but the oldest one ever recorded in history lived to be around 80 years old. Now here to your left-hand side are the greater flamingos. So, you see what they're doing right now? This is them just stretching their wings for the day. You see the wings there? That's the most vibrant pink on their entire body. You can see once they're done, they just curl it back underneath their back tail feathers. And actually, you see that one to your left? It's one of the younger ones. It's just roughly a year old. It takes them a solid 2 years from when they're born, because they're gray feathered birds when they're starting life, to actually go from gray to a full pink feathered bird. And they do it mostly through their diet of brine shrimp. So a group of them, when they're gathered together in one location, that's called simply as a flamboyance. And now we're heading into that smaller area of the savannah. This area is known as the East area. Now around here, the reason it's so small is because the tree line is very thick and very dense, but it's made so the animals feel safe, because the animals typically in this region will use the tree line as a way to hide themselves from predators. And while they know they can't hide forever, and eventually predators do find them because of their good sense of smell, they know they'll always know which direction they're coming from, because as you can see, like this area, there is no way a predator could go through that and not make a sound. So that always helps them to alert them to know which way they need to dash out of the area. But then consequently for us, it makes it more challenging to know where the animals are at. It's kind of like the old game Where's Waldo, only for us it's where's the animal today? Because we're never in the same place twice. Oh, I just looked it up, there's a cheetah right over there in that corner. Now, a cheetah can go from the speed of 0 to 60 in just under 3 seconds. However, though, a cheetah can only maintain their speed for a few hundred yards. So in order to maximize the use of their speeds, they actually have good instincts, non-tractable claws, great eyesight, and are overall considered to be the most accomplished day hunters when it comes to members of the camp family. Now, I do emphasize the word day there because that's the only time when they do hunt. The reason is because they have absolutely no nighttime vision. When that sun goes down, they can't see past their own nose.
Oh.
And the most a cheetah will ever weigh is 80 pounds. They're a very light creature. And each one has their own unique spot patterns, so none two are identical. Alrighty. I do see up here to the left hand side are the Kopi rocks. I imagine it's just having a rockin' time over here too. Yeah, I thought that was a rock solid joke as well. Oh, that is a lion right there. Oh, two of them. Now, lions are actually quite inactive, but during the early mornings, they're still slightly active. Their nighttime before is when they were out doing their nightly hunts. During the daytime, they're just kind of roaming around, fighting over what spot is the best to just sleep, because they'll sleep up to 16 hours of the day away. But it allows them to conserve their energy for the nighttime for when they're on those hunts. Now, of course, males with their big old manes, that mane could weigh up to nearly 50 pounds all by itself because it's actually 5 times more stronger than the average human hair. And then lions themselves are about a 500-pound creature. They have a few things about them, like they can jump 5 to 15 feet straight up in the air. Their running speed is 32 miles per hour. And the last thing about the lion is that their roar is so powerful, someone 5 miles away could hear a lion's roar. That's because when lions roars, they use their full rib cage to push it out. On top of that, the lion's roar reverberates in the air. But the only time lions ever roar is when they're claiming territory, which they walk the perimeter of, or when they're claiming food. And when they claim food, they stare right at it, roaring directly at it. So if they're staring at you roaring, run. Because lions, once they have their eyes set on something, they are determined to get it done. And in Swahili, if you ever say the word lion, that's actually a word you all know really well, as it's the word
Simba.
Oh, and to your left, the warthog, sleeping right there in the sunlight. They are the biggest burrowing creatures of the wild, using those big old snouts and tusks to make homes, look for food, and defend from predators. Now, I'm pretty sure, though, when you think of warthog, the first word ever pops to your mind is Pumbaa, and it is a Swahili word. When you translate that, Pumbaa actually says, foolish one. Now, here to your right-hand side, you'll see two things. The white rhinoceros, you see him laying down in the background over there, and the buntabak. White rhinoceros are a 4,000 to 5,000 pound creature, and they're very socially loving together. The buntabak, you see how the coat is shiny right now in the sunlight? It is a slight tint of purple. It's a unique thing that happens to their coats only in direct sunlight. Or normally it's like a chestnut brown coat. And then the ostrich here to your right hand. Oh, and you're going to cross in front of me, aren't you? Nope, it's just play chicken. Now, ostriches are 5 feet tall and roughly 275 pounds. They're not able to fly, but they are able to run to a speed of 40 miles per hour. Their average lifespan, 40 years. Actually, here to your right hand side are some of their eggs, which would explain them being in the area. Now, the eggs only weigh 3 pounds, but could withstand 300 pounds of pressure and not crack. And the amount of yolk inside just one of those eggs could fill up nearly 2 dozen real chicken eggs. But the best part about all that is I'm not going to egg you on with a joke. Nah, you cracked. That's alright, we'll just continue into the Magadi. And this is where you find the posts, those wardens. When they're like on the breaks or lunches, they're usually over here. They're not here at the moment, but right on top of the roof there is some Nigerian dwarf goats, which are very social goats. They enjoy the company of wardens. They're like little puppy dogs when they're around. But when they're not, they'll sleep anywhere they get comfortable for themselves. They also eat a lot of different weeds, underbrush, moss grass, and things like that. Weeds especially, they love weeds. And then there's some parts of the day when they sometimes get a little bored, and two of them face off, charge, and proceed to thump each other in the head. And I do use the word thump because the top speed for this goat is 0.5 miles per hour. But we are now going to be heading all the way back to the main village now. And once again, friends, I do want to thank you for your patience while we were waiting for those animals to get out of the road. But I hope that you not only will take into your hearts what you've seen today, but to be a little more mindful, because we do share the same earth with these animals, and we got to do things in our parts to help them out. We could do something simple like recycle or use a reusable item. Either one of those things will help to reduce the amount of waste in the world, which is a process to help the earth recover, because once the earth is done recovering, then the animals actually have a place to expand and grow and thrive in the wild. And that's just one way, as there's a truly endless way we can help out the animals. Because any way you have helped in the past, to this day you're still helping, or words might plan to do in the future help out the animals, it is always greatly appreciated of you. But I can hear someone playing, which means we're back in the main village. And around here we don't say goodbye, as it's just far too sad, far too much of a final farewell. Instead, we leave you with
Welcome in, BBC family.
The phrase that roughly translates to say to go well and to go wild. And from the Wilderness Explorers on board, you have been riding aboard Simba #1. And I hope you all have a great rest of your stay here today at the Animal Kingdom and wherever else the journeys may take you. Wherever they do take you, be safe, stay well, stay hydrated. And my name was Jason.
Jason, give it up for Jason. Jason was our driver today.
Right, watch those hands on his wings and toes as doors open up. Watch, step down, friends. And once again, have a good day. You're welcome.
We'll say thank you and hello to Jason over here. Thank you, Jason. Appreciate it. It's a great ride. All right, guys, it's time for you to make sure you put your vote in the poll for today's lunch. It's time to start making our way there. We got about half an hour. We want to start eating about 11 o'clock today. We will have a shorter stream because I do have a doctor's appointment this afternoon, and so does Susan, and we cannot miss that. So we will be having lunch today and be closing out right about after the noontime hour. So go ahead and vote now to get your lunchtime option in the win over the next couple of minutes before Susan closes it out, puts an order in for me so that I keep my nose out of the business. I don't know what we're having today, but you guys can make a choice. And then come along with us as we go check it out and do a little bit of a review of a gluten-free item today. Good morning.
So you're 5 minutes too late.
Did they already finish their breakfast and head on out for the day?
They're out on the valley side. But I had all three of them here just a short while ago.
I always love to come over here and watch KJ grab something for breakfast and then come over and sit with his back to you.
Yeah.
He never wants to share. Never shares.
Yeah, Zawadi was sitting up here by the stump for a bit, and he finally moved on. Augustus was sitting towards the end of that row of vegetation, and he's moved on.
So do they ever, I know there are a bunch of, bachelors, but do they ever dine together?
No.
So they pretty much grab their food and go to their own corner, right?
Yeah.
So I say I've never seen them do that.
Here comes Augustus.
Now Augustus used to be our alpha here. He has, I guess, since passed that down to KJ, and but he still knows what's going on. Now you guys might not think that that's a good-looking snack there, but he's probably quite proud of what he has this morning. But when you guys come through, oftentimes this is a great time of day to see them as they're enjoying what the cast members and caretakers have put out for them. So how often do they get a snack out here?
So with the bachelor group, they get one scatter feed out in their habitat in the morning before they come out.
Right.
Their next will be when they go in at the end of the day.
Okay.
Where in the case of the family troop, they have that scatter feed again when they come out in the morning, and then they get a second scatter feed in the early afternoon, usually somewhere between 1 and 2 o'clock.
Okay.
So they're pulled in.
KJ?
Yes.
There we go. That's our alpha right there. You can tell. Look at the stern look on his face. None of that joviality that you get with Zawadi. It's going to be, this is all business out here. So it's good to know when those scatter feeds are. And we want to let people know that, because if you want to have the best time of days to see the animals on the safari, we always say first part of the day and the last part of the day, especially not during the hottest times in the middle. So if you guys are looking for the bachelor group here over on the trail, first thing in the morning when they first come out, it's always the best time to find them. And we've got 2 of our 3 here. We've got Augustus over here to the right and his son KJ over here to the left. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Good information. It's always good to let people know we appreciate the animals. We get to try to get to know them a little bit more in detail. And I think it just deepens our appreciation for what they are and who they are.
Well, I'm gonna take from Steve Irwin. You know, it's connecting people with these animals so that they show a willingness to care and protect.
I think that's a great way to do that, because it's a lot easier to care and protect for something that you know a lot more about.
Correct.
So thank you very much. I appreciate that.
You have a good day today.
Thank you very much. We'll see you the next time we come through. We'd love to stop over and check out these guys. Thank you so much, Paul. Appreciate that. Good morning, Alexander. Welcome in. Morning, Michael. All right, KJ's walking back over to the valley side. Augustus, his dad, is still up here to the side. Zawada's probably still on the other side. So I'll jump out and let you guys have first up.
You know, I was going to ask, you're doing a vlog?
Oh, actually, we're live. We live stream from the park. So, oh yeah, we're completely live. So everybody want to say hi to Paul. Paul's with the good information. This is Paul. But we're live every weekday. So we come here to the parks like every Monday through Friday.
How do I access you? Like
YouTube, you can just find us at Ear to Ear Magic.
Ear to Ear Magic?
Just remember, when you get a smile on your face, it's really big. You remember it's from ear to ear.
Yeah, fair.
So
Thank you.
anytime you guys want to come in and have some fun with us in between trips, we're here every day. So
So every day you're
every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday.
You're doing a live recording the whole time?
We're usually about 4 to 5 hours every day. So we ride rides, we show you food reviews and stuff like that. And before your next trip, you can come in the week before and kind of see what the crowds are like and the weather as well. So
That is great to know. I did not know.
I'm always here to have information. So if you guys have questions, come on in.
Thank you. I appreciate
So
it.
where are you guys visiting from?
We're from Massachusetts.
Massachusetts. How's the weather up there right now?
Today, right now.
It's snowing.
It's snowing,
It's
so
not
I'm gonna
snowing
take
here.
pictures.
It's going to be cold tomorrow. No, a little bit colder tomorrow. Really cold on Saturday. But when I say really cold, it's going to be a high 56.
That's fabulous.
So.
It was 23 last night.
So now we are live on YouTube. Would you guys like to say hello to anybody back in Massachusetts? I never put the camera in people's faces. Always let them choose if they want to.
Your decision.
Look at the bird that's right behind you guys. He's waiting to see if you guys drop any popcorn. They are very smart animals, and they're always looking for guests to feed them.
We were watching, we were at Epcot yesterday, and a duck came up and people didn't notice, and it walked right under their table and was eating all the little child's french fries, and nobody even noticed.
No, they do it all the time. So would you like to say hello?
No, that's okay.
Oh, it's perfectly
But
fine.
Thank you so
Well,
much.
thank you so much.
we'll
And like I
check
said,
you out.
it's Ear to Ear Magic. We're on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and of course on YouTube.
Thank you so much.
So if you guys ever have any questions, feel free. It's basically we've been doing it for about 7 years, and it's my wife Susan and I. And my name's Chris, by the way.
Oh, my husband is Chris.
Oh,
Me.
nice to meet you.
Nice
Thank you
to
so
meet you,
much.
Chris.
And if you guys, like I said, if you guys ever have any questions, let me know.
That's
But
fabulous.
we're here
Thank
all the
you.
time. Thank you.
Yes, and where do you recommend we go from here? How about that?
Well, what have you guys done so far today?
This is it. We came here. We
Okay.
went right to the safari in the morning.
I would say if you've the first time coming to Animal Kingdom.
We've done that, yes, with the kids.
Okay, so have you done some of the other shows that are all really good? I love Finding Nemo.
Okay.
Great show. If you go to Finding Nemo, what I recommend do is if you get up early to the line, go toward, if you get in the front, try to get in the bottom section as far to the middle stage as possible, if you can get there early enough. Some of the characters actually come up onto the stage and they come out from the audience. So if you're watching and the kids have never seen the show, sometimes Dory or Marlin will actually be right there above them and may even just say hello to them like right there in their face. Bruce the shark will also come out on stage. So it's a great area to sit. Of course, Festival of the Lion King, great show if you've never seen it. I recommend that. But the main thing a lot of people don't know about this park, there are walking trails, 2 of them that have animals for up close experiences. The first one is the Gorilla Falls Exploration Trail. It's actually right here when you get to the exit.
Okay.
So instead of going out back to the park, take a right, and you get to see all the other gorillas. You get to see an okapi, you get to go through an aviary, you get to see the meerkats, but you also get to see the family gorillas. So if you never actually go through the trail, you never get to see the babies like Ada, who was just born last year. So it's really fun to do that. And also the Maharaja Jungle Trek is over at the exit to Kali River Rapids.
Okay.
So don't miss the walking trails because it's a lot of fun. Yeah, you want to find those. So it's Maharaja Jungle Trek. So if you just remember Maharaja, and then of course Gorilla Falls. And the other thing is there is a walking trail that goes right in front of the Tree of Life.
Okay.
People sometimes forget that or don't know what's there. So when you go over by the otters, and there's a Starbucks there,
Yep.
there's a sign that says Tree of Life, like garden or something like that. If you kind of hang back there, it will take you onto a trail, and it's really cool to see the tree right up close.
Oh, okay.
So good little secret space to go check out and hang out. So enjoy.
I appreciate that.
No problem.
Enjoy your day.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Pardon me. And that was Paul, who came up as a cast member and told us a little bit more about the scatter feedings. And I'm glad he did, because I want to make sure I let you guys know. Scatter feedings, of course, is where they leave food out. They change it up every day. So if you come to the trails, especially with the gorillas at the beginning of the part of the day, you can see the father, the mother, the babies all kind of hanging out, their brothers and sisters, and they all come out to feed, the scatter feeding. Good time to see them. Great family interaction with the family of gorillas. And that, of course, is over at the Gorilla Falls Exploration Trail. It does close early. Today it's going to close at 5 o'clock. So if the park is open till 8, don't wait too long. Go on the walking trails. The animals will be put away every night to their own enclosures. So just like the train, that kind of stuff does close a little bit early. So the poles are padded. Megan says, love to see my favorite meal in the poll. You'll have to tell me if it wins. I don't know what the options are because I can't see them. So since they're all gluten-free, I think when the poll is done and we've actually eaten, I would love to hear what you afterwards. Once the surprise has been revealed, let me know what the other options were as well. So if you guys are just jumping in with us today, Jumbo, and welcome. Live from Walt Disney World is Disney's Animal Kingdom theme park. Glad you guys could pop in, even if it's just for a few moments. We love hanging out with you guys and providing a space that you can come in, enjoy something from the parks, ask questions if you like. And as always, guys, because Susan and I are Travelmation travel agents, even when the streams are over, if you have questions that we can help with, especially when it comes to booking and planning your next vacation, reach out to us and let us know how we can be a part of it. We have basically uprooted, changed everything in our life, moved here 4 years ago, been doing ear-to-ear magic for 7 years so that we can be a source of information, a personal bit of source of info that's from a family perspective, and we hope that if you guys need help, that we can help you in a way that is very much one-on-one. So reach out to us and let us know if we can be a part of your next vacation. Send us an email. It's chrisedwards at travelmation.net and Susan Edwards at travelmation.net. And remember, we never charge any service fees. We can't. It's against the rules. But that's okay. We get taken care of after you travel by commission that we are given by our friends at Disney, Universal, Cruise Lines, and the like. So, and our National Geographic items are now 50% off. Get ourselves a nice little jacket or such. Good morning, Sea Stars. How are you? Happy Thursday, Crystal. I am noticing smaller crowds. We had a really good day yesterday over at Hollywood Studios. Even though there was some big wait times, something to keep in mind yesterday, Michael, is that we had at times up to 4 of their major attractions were down at one point or another, including Rise of the Resistance, Millennium Falcon at the very beginning of the day, Tower of Terror, and Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. So it can make a difference when stuff like that happens. Do you ever make friends with cast members? You know what? Everybody can be part of our friendships. We love getting to know cast members because it means that they are real people. They come to work and they work hard, they sweat, they do what they do, and they go home and they do it for their families and to take care of themselves as well. We do have cast members who are in the chat every so often. So, but the fact of the matter is, they're just as important to our group as anyone else because oftentimes we get to share information and perspectives that they might not even know about. But we love our cast members and make sure that we let you guys know that it's very important to us as a source of Disney information that always, always be respectful, kind, and take care of your cast members. They are working hard too, so look at the no copy. If you got some little ones who will go on the safari, or if you're a big one with a little heart like myself, you can always find some of the animal friends that you saw on the safari for plushes, including this beautiful okapi. And as we've learned to say, with their party pants on, party pants, party pants. Love the okapi. He's really soft. The lion, of course, and the painted dogs. Also pretty adorable, but not domesticated in the slightest. You want to just pet their tummy and, you know, scratch them behind the ears, but I would not recommend doing that with a live painted dog. It's not, Teresa. There are people who come here and make them work really hard to keep smiling. And as I've always said, cast members love to help people on their vacations and to make magic, but you know what? Magic's always easier to make when you let it happen. If you come in expecting it, demanding it, screaming about it, it may happen, but it's not going to be nearly as sparkly. And it may not happen at all. And remember, the days of perception as a reminder to everybody, don't be a zebra. Zebras oftentimes look like they're being friends with antelopes, but the first time any trouble shows up, they kick you in the head and run away, leaving you to be eaten by the predators. So don't desert your friends. Be good friends. Don't be a zebra. And thank you guys so much for all of the thumbs up today. We have 619 of you guys watching with us. If you're having a good time, we would love it if you guys would support the channel by taking just a couple of seconds of hitting that thumbs up. Welcome in, London Whisperer. Hyenas are, by the way, hyenas are actually sometimes found in that same exact exhibit as the painted dogs. You know what? We almost always here at Ear to Ear Magic see the painted dogs and not the hyenas. And I think what we have learned since then is that it sometimes has to do with the time of day. I think the hyenas will oftentimes be in the afternoons and evenings, and the painted dogs will come in during the morning time. So almost always, I'd say about 95% of the time we've ridden the safari with you guys as we rope drop, we almost always see the painted dogs. And but there are hyenas that they switch out with them in that same exhibit. Oh, thank you, 11 Druin. Love this mask. The Black Panther electronic helmet. Vibranium light effects. That's just cool. Good morning, Ode to the Mouse. It's a Black Panther. John Bowen, welcome in. Kadani Sean. Thanks for asking. I like the hyenas. We just rarely get to see them. And I think it all has to do with the time of day. Now, when we first got here this morning, it was a 20-minute wait for our safari. Let's take a quick look at what our wait times look like at the moment. I'm learning to give it a second because I jumped the gun this morning. I didn't give it a chance to update. I will let you guys know today the crowds are expected to be a little lighter than normal. Our Genie Plus price for today's use is for $17. Not the $15, but you can see our line here as it wraps around is already starting to get a little long. Now my Disney experience is still, I don't know if this is updated because it's still showing me 20 minutes. And this does not look like 20 minutes to me. I'm gonna actually walk up and see what it looks like on the sign because I don't think my Disney Experience app is updated. As far as our weather today, we are at 80 degrees for our highs. Tomorrow morning we're gonna get some rain before the Festival of the Arts can get fully underway. And at that point, it's gonna get a little colder. High tomorrow is gonna be 66, and on Saturday, 54 degrees. So yeah, the app I have is still showing 20 minutes. It's 90 minutes, guys, which is why we always recommend rope dropping safari first thing in the morning. I know the temptation is to go to some of the other thrill rides, but if you love the animals and that's what you're here for, save yourself some time. We got on in less than 20 minutes this morning, and now it's an hour and a half wait time, and the line keeps going. Oh, there we go. It just updated. So these are all of our wait times. 90 minutes right now for safaris. Dude, it's only 90 minutes for Flight of Passage. That is a great wait time. Much better than a 3-hour wait last time we were through here. 65 minutes for a Navi River journey. 10 minutes for It's Tough to Be a Bug. 35 minutes to meet Mickey and Minnie. 35 minutes for Expedition Everest, 5 minutes for Triceratops Bend, and Dinosaur is down at the moment, as well as Kali River Rapids, which is going under refurbishment. See if I can get a little bit better perspective for you guys. Hey guys, so we're waiting in our last few minutes before we close our poll. We need 8 people. 8 people to hit that subscribe button today to get us to our next milestone. Who's watching today who's never been a part of our group and would love to come back and have some fun with us in the future? Hit that subscribe button, guys. Good morning and welcome in, JB. Buenos dias desde Chile. Good morning and welcome in. Glad you could join us. I hope that you are having a wild time here, guys. This is we're hanging out here at Disney's Animal Kingdom theme park. I appreciate the fact that even on a Thursday, we can see and feel like it's a Friday. And if this is your first time ever coming into our streams here at Year to Year Magic, we do this every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and have been coming up on 3 years this summer. So excited that we can continue to bring you live content from the parks on a consistent basis where you guys can come in, see what's really going on, ask questions, and be prepared for all that's happening here at Walt Disney World and Universal Orlando, and have places that where Christian from Chile can come in and have fun with us as well. Welcome in, Christian. Glad to have you today. Welcome in, Sony Alpha Adventure. We got Pocahontas and Miko coming through. And I'm going to be making my way over to the Flame Tree Barbecue as voted for by you guys in the community. We have spent the last 2 weeks identifying, checking, and giving focus to gluten-free dining here at both Disney and Universal. Today is our last day of that for now. Hope you guys have enjoyed that. Maybe we'll do something similar to that and do some other options like that to kind of help those who have dietary needs. Note that they can have a good time and good eats in the parks at the same time. Good morning, Mouse Mom. Welcome in. And just since we were watching our performers over there in Harambe, I mentioned that we were 8 Magic Crew members away from hitting our next minor milestone. And that number has gone down to 2 only. That means we've had at least 6 new people come in today, including Skipper Dad, who joined first thing this morning, who are now part of our crew. It is an amazing group of people to hang out with. We try to be as uplifting, positive, supportive, and family-friendly as possible. This fact of the matter is nobody goes to the parks to have a bad time. We want to make sure that you guys leave our streams with a smile on your face from ear to ear. So thank you to everybody who's joined so far this morning. If you have joined, do us a favor. Bless us by letting us know that you've joined and we can welcome you in warmly and know when your name pops up who you are. Gene Kim, welcome in from LA. I got to tell you something, Gene. The other day, we were listening to a Sheryl Crow song, and she sings the lyrics. You guys probably know the song I'm talking about. She's, from LA. And I just nonchalantly goes, yep, it's really great to be able to see and know that, people from Lower Alabama. And my kids both went, wait, that's Lower Alabama? So, welcome in. Good morning, Hatbox Ghost. Good morning, please stand by.
They sailed away, Kennedy.
All right, this is the second time in like a week and a half that people are calling Pluto Goofy, and I think that's just so scary for Pluto. I don't know, who is it worse for? Is it worse for Goofy? Is it worse for Pluto? Are we? Is the current generation losing touch to our old school characters? Oh, we'll see you real soon. No, hey, Pluto. Hey, Pluto. Hiya, Mick. No, Pluto. Welcome in, Captain Good Guy. He's just gonna be quiet until Hatbox shows up. The dynamic duo in the chat. How are you guys doing this Thursday? Poor Pluto. Crystal says, I need a second cup of coffee. I didn't get my first one this morning, Crystal. I don't know how I'm doing today. Viva Gaia. All right, I'm going to let Susan tell me when the order is ready. You guys can help me keep an eye on it. Until then, I'm going to do a slow walk by Viva Gaia because they're awesome. Live performance here by the Discovery Trading Company. And you never know when Kevin might pop out. Trish, happy Thursday. That's just the despicable drop. Thank you, Thomas, for hitting that subscribe button. Oi, oi. Oi, oi. Welcome in, Captain Crunch. Congaloosh, Skipper Bob. That's hilarious, Ryan. Here she comes. Give it up for Kevin, the bird of the hour. All right, Travis. Sivako! I am. It's just a really good gimbal. Woo! Oi, oi. Oi, oi, oi. Oi, oi, oi. Oi, oi, oi. Good morning, Wendy. All right, guys, I got to go pick up the food, but give it up for FIFA Gaia. There we go. That is the way you start a day here at Disney's Animal Kingdom. Get dancing and have some fun. All right, we're heading over to number 3. I have no clue what you guys ordered for me today. 2, 3. There we go. What do we got? Order number 3, 1715. I've got an order for Edwards.
Susan?
Yes. There we go.
I'll leave you right here, and then you have your drink right here. Okay, my friend?
Perfect.
Yeah.
Are you sure? Just to make sure. You sure it's not the one with the cupcake on it?
No, sadly not.
Are you sure?
I think I read the ticket correctly. Yeah.
We're doing gluten-free dining today to share everybody gluten-free options.
Awesome.
Are you sure that cupcake's not gluten-free?
I can probably ask my coordinator.
Can we pretend?
We can pretend. It's not gluten-free, but it is allergy-free.
It is the allergy-free. That's good. What is the name of the cupcake, by the way?
That is our sunrise.
The Lion King. Look at that. It looks like I'm using somebody else's food here. But look at that. Oh, that's so cute.
And this is a little chocolate.
So we're doing gluten-free dining today, but we're going back to regular dining tomorrow. I'm noting that cupcake. Thank you guys so much.
Do you want a straw for that, my friend?
You know what? I'm good without it. I'm good.
Have a great day.
I'll just lose it anyway.
No worries. Have a great day, my friend.
Thank you. Oh, look at that chicken. Oh my goodness. Chicken, chicken, chicken. Oh, it smells so good. And who knew that we were going to be having such good eats and still be gluten-free. Now, for those of you who are new to our channel, Susan is gluten intolerant. She does not have a full-on scary death allergy to it, but it does make her very sick when she has gluten in her food. So we have learned to find all of the fun, good, and nummy num noms that we can have here at Disney and Universal, that our mom and wife can join us when we have our meals with our family. So I'm going to change it up a little bit. Let's eat somewhere different. We're going to do some sunshine. And if you guys are just popping into today's stream, welcome. Happy Thursday. I hope you guys understand that it's a pleasure to have a place on a platform like we have that allows us to share the fun of the parks with anyone who wants to come along and do so. So I'm going to place it right there. And let's find, I need some condiments. I need some napkins. So let's do this. I'm going to set you guys down here. Anyway, I can't do that. I can't be too far. These birds will take my food. All right, do me a favor. I'm going to set you guys down right here with it. If a bird tries to take my stuff, who's going to shoo it away? Who's going to be my official shooer? You have to say it loud because the speakers don't work too well in here. But before I go grab a napkin, I want to say thank you to Colleen for being a Magic Crew cast. Thank you so much, Colleen, for hitting that button and being a part of our group and group cast here. I hope you enjoy having your name in green, that badge beside your name, and enjoy having some exclusive emojis. And TLP 2022, stitching it up in the Magic Crew cast. Thank you and welcome in TLP. Thank you guys both for being a part of the Magic Crew cast. Where can I find? I was really hoping not to have to go too far. I do not want to take my chances. I'll be right back, everybody. The place to ourselves. I'm going to take a photo . Got a little Instagrammy here. what a half chicken, barbecue chicken platter here, I'm assuming. Cindy German says they sell my favorite drink there, melon Powerade. Can't find it anywhere else. Had to get some Powerade for Liberty the other night. And is it just me, or who else does this? When I say me, it's my kids, really. Refer to Powerade flavors by their colors. So she's like, I want purple. I need purple. I'm like, you mean is it like a grape? And she's like, no, it's purple. I'm like, oh. Good morning, FM Ever After. So Scully Jim, yes, they do not offer lids for any of the drinks. And for those who may not be familiar, it's because they don't want plastic straws, and they don't want plastic lids because they don't want it to show up in the animal in areas and cause problems. At the same time, can I let's be a little fair and balanced here is what we're talking about and how we're talking about it. We can't have it for our drinks because it was bad for the environment. Well, I mean, you gotta have it for the barbecue sauce. So I'm assuming, did you mean addicted to? Or is there some sort of activation that I've been totally missing out on all these years? I don't think I've ever activated my Powerade. I'm missing out on the perks. So, good morning and welcome in, everybody. Good to see you, Greg. Welcome in. Tyler W is in the chat. Welcome in. Whoop, whoop. Bad case of PDD. So bummed that I didn't get to see you last week. Tyler, and we missed seeing you. Shannon, we didn't get a chance to see. It does happen, and I hate that. I love seeing you guys when you get to come in, and I feel like it's like a missed opportunity. It's another chip, right? Next time. There we go. Yes, addicted. I knew what you were talking about. I was just like, Powerade, activate. I had my own stupid stuff going on in my head. You know how it is. Lavender hippie. Not you gotta have it for the barbecue sauce. Like, okay, well, I mean, do you have to have it or do you not have to have it? I get it. I get it. How is the weather? L30CR says we've got some great weather for today. It's going to get a little cold over the weekend. We're going to high of 80 degrees here today. Tomorrow it's going to get rainy before the Festival of the Arts starts, leaving us with a high of 54 tomorrow, and actually a high of 66 tomorrow. And on Saturday it's going to be a high of 54. I keep thinking 56, but 54. That's pretty cold. I think a low into the 30s. I'm so hungry, I haven't even told you what I'm having yet. I'm already digging in. Stop. Ooh, let me catch back up. You should mention the viewers, even if they don't need any assistance with booking, that booking through Travelmation costs nothing extra. It really doesn't. And a lot of people don't realize this when it comes to using a travel agent. Disney, with their earmarked agencies, they build that price into whatever you're paying. So you're paying for an agent whether you use one or not. Why not have somebody who can help you out with the little things? We have some clients who are coming in next month. We have meetings with them tonight and tomorrow to get their travel, not travel, but their transportation needs taken care of, booking some of their scooters, answering their questions, and getting ready to for some of our March clients to get their dining taken care of. It doesn't cost you anything to have that, so let us know if we can help you guys out. It really is, and it helps us as a small business And the thing is more and more travel we get to help you guys with, the more we're going to be able to do more on our channel, because we try to feed into our travel clients. You guys may not book your travel with us. We're still glad you guys can come in and learn, but we still maintain that we're going to make a great place for all of our travel clients to come in and have a place to ask questions, see it for themselves, and learn, so that their travel is less stressful. And we're hoping to be doing more and more and more. Welcome in, Mouse Ears and Beers. Good morning, Michelle. Didn't get to say hello to you fully earlier today. J Rock does stuff. Did you make it in? Did you finally get the ride? So, again, I'm eating. I haven't even showed you guys. So this is our barbecue chicken. It does come with a side of coleslaw and beans. Let's see if the beans are any better than they were last time we were here on Friday. Again, all of this is considered to be a gluten-free option, gluten-friendly, and nothing, you're not giving up anything by ordering this. It is a full-on option. Even the barbecue sauce is available. So Susan can come in and enjoy this and eat just like the rest of us. Maybe not the Simba cupcake that we saw earlier, which is kind of sad. Thank you, David. I tell you guys, this is the thing. It'd be one thing to say that the goofiness and the weirdness and all the stuff that I do on this channel is because of my personality that I've created for the streams. Oh, that's good. But no, I'm just idiotic in person. I'm really no. Hey, Macaws. Our wonders of flight birds, our winged encounters, are continually flying over this morning. So, as I'm trying this barbecue chicken, rating it with you guys, this is a good chance for us to talk and ask questions and get some things answered for you guys as we're going through here. Jackie says, hoping to meet you in May. I love to meet you guys in the parks. Make my day when I get to meet you guys. Yesterday we got to meet Kathy. Kathy was here with her husband. They came over for the marathon weekend. They're staying through the end of this week, I believe. We might see them again tomorrow. Kathy is generally always ninja watching, but she came over and said hello to us yesterday. I love that. It's always a great day when we can meet some of our community. Chicken, little barbecue sauce. Perfectly good. Welcome in, Lucky Dude. How are you? Happy Thursday. I keep thinking it's Friday, but it's not. Good morning, George. George, we're gonna have to bring George on officially as our countdown keeper for our group cruise. If you guys love cruising, have realized that you've got some great people here in the chat who be a part of your community and part of your group, and you'd like to cruise with them, we're going cruising next summer. And George says we're down to 162 days for that. I'm really excited about it. We have a lot of first-time cruisers who are coming along with us. And if that's something that you have either always wanted to try, or you've been cruising all your life and you'd love to do it with another group of people that you can really enjoy having a good time with, then reach out to us and let us know if you want to join us. It's June 23rd through the 26th. 160 plus days left before we set sails for 4 days, 3 nights on the Independence of the Seas. We're going to be going to Nassau, Bahamas. Perfect day at Coco Cay, having a awesome cocktail party with the group and hanging out all 4 days together. So reach out to Susan if you'd like to just have an idea of how much it would cost for either an inside, ocean view, or balcony stateroom. Deposit is required now, full price by April. We're cruising in June, so come on, and all I can say is come meet George. So Ryan 502 Loose says me, my wife, and my son will be coming down at the end of February. Hope to run into you. Son's first time to Disney. Sweet. Well, we tend to post our schedules at the beginning of the week. Guys, I already have my schedule set for next week. I try to work as far ahead of schedule as possible. I don't always publish it until the Sunday before, but I'm starting to work on it. But we're here Monday through Friday, so hopefully when you guys get here, Ryan, we can cross paths and get to say hello. Good morning, Ruby Princess. How are you? I know, Cindy. What do we have to do to get you on that cruise? Who do we need to call? Huh. You gonna come with us, JB? June 23rd to the 26th of this year. Wait. Whose birthday was that? Crystal says my birthday is June 27th. Birthday cruise. There you go. Anybody? You know, if you're looking to come in and give me a birthday present this year, instead of giving me a birthday present, why don't you give me a bit of cash, because I want to go cruising to the Bahamas for my birthday. There you go. I'm trying to eat this chicken as much as I can with my fork and knife, not get it all over the screen. Good morning, Ashley9. How are you? Amanda's going to be here next week. Hope to see you in the parks. Now, I have to kind of, my chat, because of the brightness, having to zoom in a little bit, which is going to leave one at a time. Daisy B, thank you for asking that question. On the menu, it says that they are gluten-friendly, which in a situation for like Susan is okay. If there's a slight cross-contamination, at worst, she will get a stomach ache or cramps or something like that. If you have celiac disease, what I would recommend you do is to walk up, ask to speak to a chef in the kitchen, and make sure they can take 100% safety care of you. For instance, in certain situations, when I come up here, even when I'm doing this for the live streams, they've said, was this an allergy or a preference? And, you know, for us, for me especially, it's just a preference to share with you guys. If they hide a piece of bread in mine and I eat it, I'm going to be fine. But if you have those needs, let them know, and they will take extra care of you. So, thank you for that question. It's a very, very good question. Welcome in, Lane. How you doing today? Can you apply AAA or AARP discounts when booking cars or hotels? For hotels, the only promotions that we can do are the ones that Disney generally offers. I can't say we've ever had a AAA or AARP hotels when it comes to Disney. Now, we do also book hotels outside of Disney for clients. If you do have something, anything that would be a promotion, always let us know. If there's something available, we can try to get it added to your promotion. Ooh, I picked, like, it was a great spot, but now I got full sun on me. Oh. Woo. And wow, where'd it go? I'm trying to get back into the, I missed it. There it is. Ruby Princess sent in a super chat. Enjoy your meal. Chris looks good, and thanks for your streams. I'm late, so I'll be watching from the beginning. Be well. Thank you so much, Ruby Princess. Thank you for the support. Thank you for allowing us the opportunity to share stuff like this. And for that, I'd like to say, what can I say except thank you for the super chat. It helps out greatly. Thank you. There's so much music to be heard in this park. Whether it's Viva Gaia or performers over at Harambe, the sitar player. So much music. Gotta love it. I did. I picked the perfect seat until about 5 minutes ago. Ooh, man, it got bright. Carrie W says, so jealous you're there. Just left this morning at the airport watching this. Wish I could be back already. So Carrie, when you get back home, you'll wake up one morning, like say next Monday, and you're like, you know what? I wish I could ride Pirates. I would love to fire at will. Wow. Hey guys. Hey, remember when I said that the sun moved out of the tree line and it was like all of a sudden really bright and like right on me? Overheated the camera. Immediately it got way overheated. So let me show you guys where I'm at if you're just popping in. The camera is still trying to get cooled off a little bit. Let's see. Turn this camera around and show you where I'm sitting. Nobody here. Nice and quiet. We're over here at Flame Tree Barbecue. And I was sitting at the table right over here. It has full sun, and it just got hot in no time. So, I'm back. Chris is back. Back again. Chicken was not the only thing hitting in a rotisserie style heat. Full sun, it gets hot. So, today, guys, we are going to do a short stream. In other words, after we eat, we're going to be on for only until right about 12 o'clock because I do have to get Susan and myself to a doctor's appointment this afternoon. But I talked about the idea of us getting on for a bit and just going through the menu items for tomorrow's Festival of the Ark on YouTube now. Go find us over if you've got TikTok. Find us on TikTok. Find us on Instagram. I'm very interested in possibly just going on for half an hour and just talking food options as we get ready for tomorrow. Mind you, we'll have 5 weeks to explore it as we go into the festival. But, you know, I always do a lot of planning and thinking about what we're going to do and how we're going to do things. And it would be kind of helpful to get an idea of where we're going to be at as far as our food options. Jill and Gabe, have a great day at MK. I know you guys deserve it. You guys need it, so enjoy. Welcome in, Antonia. Antonio is here this afternoon. Welcome in. I did. I needed to use my umbrella. And luckily for me, I've got some shade here. Mayflower says weather here in Chattanooga is, and please, if you get something popping up, jump out of the stream and check to make sure you got. DJ Houston says grilled cheese and tomato soup. Oh, I love the cheesy stuff like that. Owen's really excited too, Disney Houston. We'll have to talk. We'll have to figure out. Now we still want to let her as well. So, Kadani Sean says we're at 512 likes for today's stream, guys. If you haven't already hit the thumbs up, help us out. You guys are the greatest means of getting and staying in good graces with YouTube when you guys do that. If everybody who's watching right now who hasn't hit the thumbs up were to hit it right now, I don't know how far could we go. Cindy says I need to call in sick tomorrow so I can focus on the stream. Anybody out what we use in the streams and on the channels and platforms and stuff, but as we get bigger, I might start having to have some help because it's a lot of work for one person. I think we need to create a form. A form that people can download and take a day off. Good morning, Onyx Chrono. Oh, that's awesome. Can't wait to see you guys. Is it still a little laggy? So let me do this. I'm going to do this, guys. If you guys can do a refresh, I'm going to also do a refresh. I'm going to pause it for just a second. I'm going to come back in and see if we got a little bit better. So you guys do the same thing. Go back out, come back in. See if we can get it all better, because when the camera overheats like that sometimes fresh, and I'll see you guys back in just see if that's a little bit better. All right, so we're having the barbecue chicken. Oh, there are ribs down here. Oh, there's ribs under the chicken. Ooh. I didn't know there were ribs down there. Ribs. I didn't think we could afford chicken and ribs. I'll feel guilty. I feel bad. We got chicken and ribs. The chicken's really good. I'm enjoying the chicken. There are ribs down here. I gotta get some ribs now. So Jordan says we may have hit our next major. I call them minor milestones when you get the 100s in between. Let's see. We've had some awesome new people come into our chat today and hit that subscribe button. If you're one of those, welcome in. Glad to have you with us. Always a great thing to have new friends join the family. I have to reset my connection. And there we go. How cool is that? Congratulations, guys. You guys have now say that you are part of a group, and your group has reached a new area of 20,700 Magic Group members. Congratulations, everybody. I'm just one of them, so I don't know. I don't know if I deserve to have ribs today. Ribs is like you've been a really, really good person lately. Never really been a big fan of dining in front of people, especially when it's barbecue, and I don't really do good well at all when it's I'm gonna eat some ribs, but what was that? Well, good morning to you too, guys. What was that noise? Whoa. It's ribs for the win. Susan says I may be in a dead zone. Do we need to move? Is it really, really bad? All right, we can do that. That's what we do for being mobile. All right, so let's do this. Let me move my camera around. But let's move to an area that's... Hey guys. Hey birdie birds. Go to some place, maybe a little bit better signal. Maybe to the water. We'll try the ribs. Over here. Look at our view today. Sorry guys, trying to see if we can get a little bit better signal. Welcome in, Pam, at Hollywood Studios, ready to watch Indiana Jones. Sweet. Rode Rise of the Resistance for the first time. It was fantastic. That is awesome news. Casey Riker Rider, 30-day countdown. Sweet. Colleen says ribs at AK are my husband's. I'm funding the trip so I get to eat rib steak. I'm taking that one. Hey, I'm paying for this. I'm going to get ribs. Oh. So I'll tell you what, it is amazing how quickly it has been growing. And it all has to do with just getting the word out there and also shorts. We've had a lot of people watching our shorts on our YouTube channel. Same way we've had a lot of people watching shorts on Instagram and TikTok as well. We have grown almost twice in size on TikTok just over the past 30 days. And for me, it's just the idea of getting stuff out there that people like to see. And that's kind of important as well. So I'm going to turn this around this way. That's a little bit better. Hopefully the signal's a little bit better too. If not, I'll eat my ribs and we'll get going. So these are the ribs. I got about like 4 ribs here hiding underneath the chicken. And I can't cut ribs like I do chicken. So I apologize that I even have to eat like this in front of you guys. So, Abiha, welcome. Thank you for hitting that subscribe button today. I'm glad to have you part of the crew. Thank you so much for doing so. It is a great, great view. Are we still having signal here problems? Let me just eat and get going because it seems like we're having some major issues with AT&T in this area today. So this is one of the ribs. Note to self, we don't normally have connection issues where I normally eat here. So I guess we're gonna keep going back there. How far out do you know where you're gonna be on what day? I usually schedule about a week out in advance, Twin Mom. For instance, I know next Wednesday, I will be in Epcot. Monday, I will be in Magic Kingdom. But I don't usually solidify it, put it down in ink until the Sunday before. Now, one of the things that can really change how we do things is that new rule that has not yet taken effect yet here at Disney World. Walt Disney World annual pass holders will soon be able to go to any park they want to without park reservations after 2 p.m. So that may really change the way the game works for us here on the channel. So Rob, they're starting Mardi Gras early. They do. They've always kind of done it a little early, but got to beat Universal to the punch. Universal starts February 4th. Kathleen, thank you so much for being a part of the Magic Crew cast. appreciate all of the casts for you guys' support. If you are regulars for our channel, would love to have a special green notation to show that you are part of the cast, that you are a regular here on the channel. Like to have a badge beside your name that will change over time to show people how long you've been in the cast, and have access to exclusive emojis. The more casts we have joined, the more emojis we can add. It's about time for me to add some more. I think we're almost ready, and not already, to the point where I can add a few more emojis as well. Getting ready for Festival of the Arts. I think it might be time to add a figment. We'll see. Good morning again, Loser Dork Face. How are you? Hey, it says just use the Epcot table behind you. I almost did. Great freeze frame. Freeze frame. Rib it up. Ribbit, 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 ribbit. Chris says your next challenge should be the highest calorie foods of the. Ooh. Maybe I have to start working out, Chris. But that's a good idea. What do you guys think? Should I do like a series to say what the highest calorie foods, the top 5 highest calorie foods you can eat at Disney? That's an excellent idea. You eat ribs with the utensils you were given. It's hard to eat ribs with anything like forks and stuff like that. It just doesn't work out. So, welcome in, Stacy. I have my new ear-to-ear shirt waiting for your signature in November and December. This year with no luck. Oh, we got to change that on your next trip, right? And we're also talking about the idea of adding some, getting back to actually having merch again, like continual merch. It is. You know, we're going to be taking you guys over to Universal on a regular basis, all the way from February 4th to April 16th. Now, I will say this, though. Let's call a duck a duck. The Mardi Gras outfits are a little party-like. Let's put it that way. So, there's a little bit more skin to be seen during Mardi Gras, during the parades and stuff like that at Universal. So if you've never seen it, that's something to be aware of. But it's still, you can, it's still very much a very family okay area. And I love the fact that when they're throwing beads and stuff during the parades, they make sure that little kids get their beads too. Me, it's hard for me to catch beads anymore. Bald people don't get beads nearly as often as everybody else. Guys, so I'm eating chicken and ribs today. This is a gluten-free item. I feel like I'm having really good food. And like I don't deserve to eat like this when you guys, you know, might not be having chicken and ribs. What are you guys having for lunch today? I will say this. This is, you know, it's not fancy, but it's really good food, and it's more than what I would normally think of when it comes to eating in a theme park. Chicken was good. Had no problem with the chicken. And our ribs, quite satisfied with the ribs, actually. They're not the best ribs in the world. I mean, it's not like anyone's going to be coming out of, you know, certain places to go, oh, you got to go get the ribs at Disney World. It's a lot better than a hot dog. Just like, ooh, next Wednesday I'll be in Epcot too. We'll get to see you in the parks maybe. I've got to start getting ready for the races. I've already been given my training schedule, what I have to do to start training. The thing I have to do still, I have to get some running shoes. And I'll have to go back and actually pick up a pair of decent shoes that I can run in. The shoes I have, they're good enough for me to walk around in for about 4 hours and maybe not hurt as much. They're not prepared for running. You need to hit the buffets for the highest calorie food. Hey, you want a rib? I kind of polished these off, but I can dip a little bit in there for you. Here you go. What you think? Good? Decent flavor. Smoky. Barbecue sauce is not bad. Like I said, it's not putting Kansas City out of business, but so I wouldn't consider it to be risque, but think about the Mardi Gras outfits and the parades. You know, they're dance costumes, you know. Nothing more risque that you'd ever see in any dance performance. But I put it this way. They're not risque, but they're more than what you would normally see at Disney. But all right, last rib. Can I do this without getting barbecue sauce everywhere? The answer to that is no. Should have got wipes. Welcome in, Don. How you doing today? Lauren is having shepherd's pie. Can you rent a DVC room through Disney directly? DVC villas, if there are a certain number of rooms at each DVC resort that by state law are required to be available for cash, rent, purchase, however you want to say, like you would any other hotel room, have to be set aside. No DVC resort is allowed to be 100% DVC points. So, yes, matter of fact, people will say, hey, can we book through you? I'm a DVC member. Can I book my DVC points through you and you get a commission? No, that is a completely different system. Are you a DVC member, but you're coming when you're not using DVC points, and you're just, you know, paying cash instead of using your points? Yes, we can book that for you. If you are a non-DVC member, you're not a Disney Vacation Club member at all, but you want to stay at Animal Kingdom Lodge, you want to stay at Beach Club, yes, as long as any of that section of rooms that is available for cash rent is open, we can help you book that. What I would recommend that you guys do, though, is that needs to be done as soon as possible. There are limited amounts of those in inventory, so if you contact us and say, hey, I'm doing a last minute trip for February 14th, it's the likelihood it's going to be very low that none are available. Welcome in, Julianne. How you doing? Happy lunch. Green Giant's having a grilled cheese sandwich. You know, Donald, they were at the other location. They're not here. Matter of fact, they were a little aggressive over the other location, but they're really good here. Here goes Scrooge McDuck and Launchpad. I was really hoping we'd get one this morning, but he was quiet. All right, let's do a quick review of this, and then let's get you on Expedition Everest before our day is done. Susan and I do have doctor's appointments this afternoon. I cannot be late for that, so I am going to have to close up the stream and get going so get to our doctors, but I think I might have time to get you guys over to Expedition Everest. So let's do that quickly. But before we do so, let's talk about our ribs, chicken, and beans and everything over here for that. For gluten-free, we're the last day of our gluten-free dining that we're offering here. I really want to get away from the sun. That should be a little bit better. So the chicken and rib platter, I think, first of all, it looks great. It looks fine. I think that the serving sizes on the sides are too small. That's just me. These little containers, they're pretty small as it is, and they're usually only filled about halfway. So I don't get nearly enough coleslaw, and I'm not liking the beans, guys. I'm just not. This is the second time I've had it in a week, and I probably will opt to swap those out with something else. I'm just not a fan of the flavor and the way that they're done. The chicken, perfectly fine, really good flavor, a side of barbecue sauce. Same thing for the ribs, and a good amount of protein. As far as the value, they're pricier because we're talking about, you know, ribs and the like. Good amount of food though, perfectly satisfied that way. As far as the protein goes, I wish the sides were a little bit larger. Again, I don't care for the beans. Overall, a solid meal. And if you would have put this in front of me and said, hey, it's gluten-free, I wouldn't care. It wouldn't matter because it's just all out. It's good eats. So guys, thank you for voting. Thank you for allowing us to have some time these past 2 weeks to kind of look at the idea. The main purpose of this was to let those who have gluten-free needs know you can still dine at Universal and Disney without having to compromise, that you can have some good meals. Some of the gluten-free bread was not all that great. Others was perfect. The best thing I probably had this past 2 weeks over at the Today Cafe of Universal, the Bull and the Bear sandwich. Excellent sandwich. It was on gluten-free bun. I wouldn't have cared. So would I have this again in a heartbeat? I would change out the beans. Don't waste my time on that. So thank you guys so much for giving me the opportunity to share some gluten-free dining. And if you guys ever have questions when it comes to gluten-free dining here at Disney or Universal, go check out Susan's gluten-free group over on Facebook. She wanted to have a place where people could come in and ask questions, and she can put things up when she encounters them. Keep in mind right now she's not getting to go to the parks because she still is very much unable to get out and move and do stuff like that due to her injuries and hospital visit last month. But we would love if that is something you have needs for, or if you know somebody else, send them over and invite them over to do that. And also, always, when it comes to your travel, let us know when you contact us about, you know, you're booking your travel and your things like that. When you have needs for dining that are special needs and for whatever allergies, we can answer your questions. We've had the experience of knowing how to work and to get the best out of that. So just let us know when you contact us and say, and by the way, we have celiac disease. I have an allergy issue. We have to be dairy-free. That's always good information to know, and we'll be glad to consider that when it comes to the personal interaction back and forth and the things we can tell you when it comes to booking your travel. So let us know. Send us an email, susanedwards@travelmation.net, chrisedwards@travelmation.net. Let us be a part of your 2023 booking, and let us help you get out there. So thank you guys. Appreciate it. So I'm going to put this into the Epcot table. Gotta drink it. And we'll get going. And if you guys are just popping in here today, we are live here from Disney's Animal Kingdom theme park at Walt Disney World. And it's a beautiful day to be in the parks. So thank you guys for hanging out with us today. One last ride before we close out. Let's go find that Yeti. Oh, you're welcome, Chris. Thank you for asking. And I'm going to do a battery change out here. See dust this week, guys. Take it easy, Naomi. We need you to be back to your 100% self. Thank you, Vicky. Have an amazing Thursday afternoon. Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow in Epcot. Yes, Megan, we can book hotel rooms only. And we have several of our clients are annual pass holders. So they don't need tickets. They only need hotel rooms. We can make sure to get them their annual pass holder discounts. So let us know if you just need hotels. So if anyone is willing to spend the money, can stay in the same rooms as DVC members, what are the advantages of DVC membership? The advantages of a DVC membership is that if you are consistently coming every year and you're already spending a certain amount of money on these rooms, which are a little bit larger rooms or have kitchenettes or even have full-size kitchens, then over time you're not having to pay those higher room rates for bigger rooms. But it's not for everybody. Just because you like Disney doesn't necessarily mean that having a DVC membership is your best interest. Just like anything when it comes to vacation, you really have to weigh the options and see how it works out. For some, it's like the perfect thing. For others, it's just as Thank you guys for helping us get our likes up today. We always try lately to let YouTube know that no matter when we go on, we try to be consistent and make sure that we have a good working relationship. We're trying to get the 600 likes on any of our daily streams. You guys killed it yesterday. Thank you guys so much. Help us out. Love it if we can hit 600 before we close out our stream today. Thank you guys so much for the thumbs up.
It looks like a spring.
Happy Thursday, Linda B. How are ya? George, thank you for hanging out with me in the parks. As I tell you guys, you know, It is a huge change of pace. When I left my career of 20 years working in telecommunications, to go from that to doing this on a regular basis, it was a huge financial leap of faith. And times I'm still falling and hitting my head up against the side of the mountain here and there. But as we grow as a community and as we continue to do these things, it's we're getting to the point where we're getting our feet and footing underneath us. The biggest thing is being able to do this, but not sacrifice the safety and welfare of my family. It's been a struggle. We're getting there though. So when you guys come in, when someone comes in and just does a $5 donation, that kind of stuff to somebody might think it's frivolous. All the single riders, 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 all the single riders. Put your hands up. Woo! All right, so guess what? I restarted my phone when it got hot. I forgot to turn off the Disney Wi-Fi. All the problems we've been having, hopefully have just got fixed. I just turned off the Wi-Fi. You can ride Expedition Everest 5 times in a row, though. Yes. Then I have to wait 90 minutes to ride Safari once. So it's a give or take. Please stand by. I'm back at home. Weather's bad right now. Cold front coming. 32 degrees. Yeah, it's going to be cold this weekend here, and that's, you know, that's in the spot where it's supposed to be really hot. Go for it. Check it out. Like I said, it's not for everybody, but it's always good to find out if it is. Well, those who suffer from seasonal affective disorder, strangely and ironically, the acronym is SAD. You know, there are people out there who, like myself, have issues during this time of the year, especially when it gets really dark and the sun's not out as much. Temperatures drop. It can be really debilitating some days. No joke, no lie, no being funny or anything about that. But for people who are sad in that way, it is a big deal to get out and get some vitamin D from the sunshine. And even if it's a virtual, it's important for us to make sure that there's a spot that they can come in and get that virtual sunshine and that virtual positivity. And it's one of the core reasons this is why we don't let people come in here and get all negative and whine and complain and I don't like that Disney did this and I don't like that Disney did that. And I understand that not everything that Disney does is grand. Not everything that they do is for the best interest of us as a guest, but for the company. But the fact of the matter is people are coming into our streams to have a good time and they need that virtual sunshine. They need that camaraderie and they need a community to hang out with. So that's why we ask when you guys come in, let's keep it family friendly. Let's keep it up and chipper. We can still talk about all the news, good and bad, but let's make it a good place for everyone to come in and have a good time. And get some vitamin D. That's right. All right, most of the bigger rides, even like this, offer a opportunity when you go through. Just make sure to ask for rider swap. The second parrot can come through, going through the lightning lane. It goes much faster. We do need Owen to ride Expedition Everest. We're going to have to get him back over to Animal Kingdom. I don't think he's had a chance to ride it enough. Thank you, Lauren. Have an amazing afternoon. Great Thursday. Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow in Epcot. Thank you, Donald. Well, glad that I'm glad that you can come in and feed into my. Oh, guys, I have my own days. I have my own challenges. I have my own struggles, and you guys pick me up every time. So. Two-week Caribbean vacay. Wow. Good food, good sunshine. Welcome back home, Josh. Oh, no. You know, my complaint, Colleen, is when I'm live streaming, I can't be at home registering for Run Disney races. So I've missed a couple of races that are happening now because I was live streaming and I couldn't sign up for them. It hurts when you miss it. I didn't realize, Jim, that's what the D stood for. A little bit of Vitamin Disney. Now, for all of you guys who may have just joined us as a Magic Crew cast, if you are part of that YouTube program, our lovely exclusive cast emoji is our Yeti. Yeti, 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 Yeti. That Yeti was actually drawn and created by my daughter, Liberty. So it's kind of sad because I use a third-party program. I can't see the emojis. So when you guys put it up there, you guys get to see it all the time, and I miss it. So it is so cute. There we go. Walt did it. See, this is what I see, Walt. You see what's up on the screen? All it tells me is the name of the emoji. Yeti, Yeti, Yeti. So I hope you guys know that when you are part of the Magic Crew cast, it's $4. It's $4 a month, $1 a week. And I think it's cool that 4 of the emojis that you guys have access to were actually drawn and created by my own kids. And that's who you guys are supporting. That's who you guys are taking care of with your $4 a month. So thank you to every single Magic Crew cast. To all of our patrons, thank you guys so much for your support over on Patreon. We had a brand new patron join yesterday. Welcome in, Allison. And you guys are the reason that we can stream and do what we do. Because at the end of the day, I do have to go home. I do have to make sure that there is air conditioning in the hot days. I need to make sure that the water's running. I need to make sure that there is food on the table for our kids. And you guys help us to make sure that we can continue to take care of our family and still provide an opportunity to be in the parks and stream like we do. So thank you guys so much. So guys, they changed the line here. Our line is looking different. It's wrapping around in a strange way. So normally I would be going straight forward here, and there's a line over here for those who want to wait for the front of the row. But they moved it to where they have a holding area here for those who want front line access. And the single rider line's moving forward farther over. So a little change up. Kitty, 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 kitty. So we do have a doctor's appointment. As soon as this ride is over, I'm going to have to sign off. run home to get Susan and myself to our doctor's appointments this afternoon. Love for you guys again to join us tomorrow at Epcot. I don't know if we can hit 600 likes before the stream is over for today, but if you haven't hit the thumbs up, we would greatly appreciate you guys helping us get to that. Not too bad, Chris. Not too bad. Mind you, we did have Dinosaur was down first thing this morning. And our Genie Plus today, which is a way for us to kind of determine what they expect the crowd should be, is only at $17. Dave C. Good afternoon, Dave. Thank you so much for being a Magic Crew cast. Appreciate that, my friend. And with that awesome profile pic, instead of saying thank you, I guess I should say mahalo. That's what I'm wondering, Teresa. Owen's favorite ride is Tower of Terror. He hasn't had a chance to get on it here recently, and but he loves Guardians, and we'll see if we can get on it Friday again. But I'm curious, after he rides Tower of Terror again, if I ask him what's your favorite ride, if it's going to be a toss-up for him between Guardians now or not, or if he's still going to continue to love Tower of Terror as much as he's done in the past. Will they really be doing any cat emojis? You know what? I'll have to ask her to see. We're going to have to see about maybe getting a few other emojis. And if you ask her to do a cat, she probably would love to do that. Hero Boy 42004 live. Thank you for hitting that subscribe button today. Welcome in. Aloha, Stitchy. Hope you're having a good day today. Good to see you again, my friend. Yeah, we're probably going to get a revamped Spaceship Earth before we have any chance of getting a updated Yeti. Yeti, 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 Yeti. Happy to help. Happy to help. Oh, not front row. Close. Got it. We're going toward the front. Up toward the front.
Yeah. I think y'all going 2, and then I going 3.
What did I do? All right, hang on 1 second. Oh, the camera did something weird. Let me do a refresh. go. Did a weird little thing. The screen like blew up inside. I had to do a refresh. Yeti. All right, guys. You guys have fun. Ride along with us. I will not be able to do chat as much as possible while we're riding, so you guys just have a good time. If you're just joining us, thank you for riding with us today as we're about to go up into the Forbidden Mountain looking for that Yeti. Expedition Everest. Here comes our train.
Oh no, that's funny because it's like, oh well.
Attention Expedition Everest team members. Once on board, secure all gear in the cargo bag in front of you. For your safety, remain seated with your hands, arms, and legs inside the plane. And please supervise children. Miembros del equipo de expedición Everest. Una vez a bordo, coloquen sus efectos personales en la bolsa delante de la silla para su seguridad. Permanezcan sentados con las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren. Y por favor, cuide a los niños.
Welcome in, Alice in Wonderland. All right, thank you for joining the Magic Crewcast. Glad to have you in. All right, we're going manual. Gus, take a break.
Oh, wow.
There's a few brake checks here and there, so.
You been on this ride a lot?
About once a day.
Nice.
So, a few times.
A few times.
We live stream every weekday from here, so.
Oh, that's nice.
And single rider gets us on pretty quick, so sometimes we ride it 2 or 3 times a day.
That's pretty cool.
First time riding?
Yeah.
Enjoy. It's a great ride.
It's the first time I've been to Disney.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Oh,
Katrina, what did you do?
not going this way. Oh, he's mad.
He is bad.
Let's go find that Yeti. Yeti. All right, first time rider. I think he liked it.
Oh, no, yeah. More than like.
Awesome. All right. Nice meeting you guys as well. Have a good time. So, by the way, I'm live on YouTube.
Yeah.
So if you ever want to go back and watch your first ride on Expedition Everest, it's always going to be there.
That's nice.
Okay. Alrighty. I think Gus got a little weirded out. He's never been in the right seat before. As single riders, we often always get sat in the left seat. So it was kind of fun to be in the right seat. Alrighty. Sweet. All right. Well, guys, I hate to ride and run, but we have got some medical appointments to take care of. And we got to get that taken care of so I can join you guys again tomorrow in Epcot. So as I'm signing off for today, I always want to make sure we bring up two things that are very important to us here at Ear to Ear Magic. First of all, if you're going to be traveling to Disney, do not do it without having the aid of someone who knows what's going on, and you don't have to pay a dime for them to help you. That is a Disney travel agent. And here at Travelmation, we are a diamond rated earmarked agency. So if you need help, we've got the resources and we have the knowledge, and we're here to help out. So when it comes to your next Disney vacation, Disney, Universal, sandals, beaches, Norwegian, Royal Caribbean, anything you guys need when it comes to your next vacation, reach out to us and let us know if we can help you for that vacation. So send us an email today, chrisedwards@travelmation.net, susanedwards@travelmation.net. Let us know when you're going, who's going with you, and see if we can help you take a little stress out of planning your next vacation. The only screaming you should do is when you're going down that hill at Expedition Everest. So give us a call, send us an email, and let us be a part of your next family's vacation. Second, our streams are meant to be a good time, so when you leave, you smile from ear to ear. We don't want you guys to stop having that feeling when you leave, and I hope that you take the feelings that you get from hanging out with the Magic Crew and you extend it out into the rest of your day. Find somebody else today that you run into, whether you know them or not. Give them a smile, make a joke, give them a compliment, but just be the sunshine in their day so that they can have a little bit better time and have a little bit of ear-to-ear magic as well. So thank you guys so much for all that you guys do. Greatly appreciate it. Good to see all of you guys today. Thank you so much, Sam. It was a pleasure to have you with us. Thank you so much, Naomi. Get the feeling better. Loves Drew. Have a great afternoon. Thank you so much, Teresa. We'll see you tomorrow at Disney Houston's. Thank you so much for hanging out with us today, Greg. Had Somewhere Silly been lurking today. Always love the lurkers and the workers. Thank you so much. Good to see you, Linda B. Thank you, Michelle, and all of our moderators for all that you guys do to support this channel, and to all those who come into it. Thank you so much, Rob. Appreciate it. Good to see you, Wendy. You guys, it's always a pleasure to have some time with the friends and family that we have here in our Magic Crew. And I hope that you guys have a wonderful and lovely afternoon. Thanks, Fred. Thanks, Angela. You guys have a great day. We'll see you guys tomorrow in Epcot and in the parks. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you real soon.